It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us make it, helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
Up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
It's happening.
Hi.
Hello, testing 1 2 1 2.
Hello, I'm also here.
Oh, I thought we were still testing.
Here.
No, we're gone. We're here.
Right.
We started.
No, we're doing it now.
We don't
mate.
test that much.
No.
Okay.
We test when he's putting the headphones on, and then there you go.
In about 5 minutes, my head will be too hot, and I'll take them off, and then we'll.
There'll be people who watch this pod who've seen me on it before,
yeah,
and they'll think another one means.
I know. I literally.
And another one.
I thought that joke on the way. I thought I can't make that joke. I can't make that one.
Yes.
It's Eshaan and another one.
Yeah.
Eshaan Akbar.
Akbar, that's it.
Better.
That's a good.
See, that's better, that one.
But why is
we
that-
had this conversation on the last pod.
How's he got that
On the last pod, Tez. Did you watch the pod?
Because I had them off.
Every minute of every episode has been
£5 Patreon.
You've enjoyed them clips, mate, yeah?
Oh, so good.
Eshaan, right.
Eshaan.
Was saying,
Eshaan.
is it Eshaan Akbar?
Eshaan Akbar.
Eshaan Akbar, yeah.
Akbar.
You were saying how that we should be doing the accents when we try to pronounce
Ethnic names.
names.
Yeah, I'll just pronounce Tez.
I think
It's like the footballers, like, you know, like they have different pronunciations.
Yeah, and I said that like Joey Barton.
Sergio Ramos.
Yeah.
No one else says that.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
you know, Sergio Aguero.
Because my
What do you say
I
when you're in
wanna
the subway?
Huh?
When you're in the subway?
Yeah.
You say
You say-
jalapenos
you
or
say
just
Eshaan,
jalapenos?
Jalapenos.
Yeah, I say
Because
jalapenos.
it changes the meaning, particularly with African.
Jalapenos.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the hala bit down.
Jalapenos.
That's too much.
Jalapenos.
That's too much.
Jalapenos.
Yeah, jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
You definitely say jalapenos. yeah.
Jalap for what? They're whatever they are.
Do you say tacos or tacos?
What?
Tacos.
Tacos.
Come on, that's grass and grass.
That's a Scouse thing, that though. Tacos. Got
tacos.
to hard pronounce the C no matter
What
what.
do you say?
Tacos.
Is that
You put an R in
is
there.
that Southern
You
or
put an R
correct?
in there.
It's correct. Tacos is correct.
It's
That's
like
what they say in Mexico.
Yeah.
Tacos.
They say tacos is what they say.
Bunch of
Yeah.
posh prick.
So why are you adding an R to it? How'd you say bath?
Because I'm
Tacos.
southern.
I can say
Bath.
tacos.
I say bath.
Oh, you're right.
grass, bath, path,
Yeah, thank you.
taco.
Why are you
What's
pretending
the-
to talk like this?
What's
I'm taco.
I'm tacos. Right?
What's the
I'm
last meal of the day?
TACKO.
Is it?
What?
What's the last meal of the day?
Your tea.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
your
tea.
It is.
Or supper?
No, supper's like your
It's
your
dinner-
tea and
it's dinner
toast
or
at 8
supper.
o'clock.
I'm versatile. I go between
You know
worlds.
what I mean? I pretend that I say tea, but really I say dinner. But I know I say dinner.
Listen, we all know that.
Obviously tea.
I've got mates who are
yeah.
going to watch this. You're going to call me a cunt if I say it's dinner later on. So.
Dinner or supper? I used to say supper.
No, not
then it got-
supper. Unacceptable.
Supper's after 7 o'clock.
That's like 900 years ago.
I
You'd
know.
say supper.
So I used to say supper, like 11 to 13. I used to say supper, and then
What time was you having your
it
tea?
got beaten out of me. 7:30.
I have my tea late.
Fucking Spaniards.
Sometimes when I come back from a gig, it's like midnight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't
And
count then.
by that time, it's not tea, is it?
Yeah, well,
no.
our eating habits don't really count.
No,
Yeah,
no.
fair.
Because
like-
we had this, didn't we, when we were trying to organise a pod one time? I said, yeah, get there for tea time. And he was like, what, like 8 o'clock? And I was like, no, 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's tea
So wait,
time.
So I agree that tea time is between 4 and 5.
Or 6.
Yeah, 4 to 6 o'clock.
4 to 6.
Yeah.
No, but then you're having a cup of tea
Neighbours.
at that time.
Did you have a tea while you're watching Neighbours back in the day?
I
Yeah.
hate that.
What?
Tea time has a time. Just
Yeah.
It's just shut up.
Does it
Just
make
shut
sense?
up and just
All right, I'll
have your
bring up a
tea.
subject then.
Have your tea or your dinner. Have your scrap, whatever it is, at whatever time you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's
Say
traditional,
bomb or
innit?
whatever.
It's tradition like
Okay, wait.
lunchtime, tea time.
So 4 till 6, if that's tea time, what
Yeah.
are you eating at that time or drinking?
Anything.
like a full meal. Yeah,
Dinner.
So then, are you eating again after that?
Yeah. I'm having
Well,
dinner
I
for
would
me
say
tea.
I would say supper is like tea and toast at 8 o'clock at night.
What?
That's what I would say supper was.
You see, because you and I I presume, grew up in Asian households. So
Guilty.
what time was dinner?
I generally had dinner after mosque, so like 7, 8.
7, 8, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's when
But
we
I'm
had
not-
to-
Why would you mosque every day?
Yeah, so mosque was like
Mosque every day.
Sunday school was like mosque every day.
Was it?
Mosque
Yeah,
every
five
day.
5 to 7.
I enjoyed the mosque every day.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
I did twice then.
I was trying to catch
Mosque
the
every
reference.
day.
I was trying to catch the reference.
I should have got the reference.
Is it Dre?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Smoke weed every day. Mosque every day.
Yeah.
I
But I
enjoyed it.
didn't do that. I mosque every. I couldn't. It wasn't great to be honest with you.
No, but also because
you-
it was mosque, you were a bit nervous. You're like,
Sell it.
I'm terrified right now.
You didn't sell it hard enough.
This is me going into the fucking Lion's Den an hour and 40 minutes right now.
You know what I'm like? I just run Scouts Not White. So
Right,
yeah. Anyone calls me, I'm Scouts, mate.
Yeah,
What you on about?
Feds.
Yeah.
I've really got to just be in the pocket. Oh, straight away.
You're just playing rope-a-dope for the next 11.
Yeah. What were we saying then? Oh, the
Form
dinner
beef
tea
from-
thing.
It's like
Outskirts of Liverpool.
It's
your wool.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the
what's the wool?
borderline. He's
What's the wool?
borderline wool.
Yeah, I'm borderline.
When you're from like outside of Liverpool,
yeah.
but you're close enough that you probably want to be from Liverpool.
So they have
like,
Scouse accents.
like
like
Birkenhead.
St Helens and like, well, Birkenhead's more of a tunnel rat, we call them, or Jedi's. But like, say someone from St Helens, if they went on Aldi, and someone said, "Oh, where are you from?" They'd probably if they said Liverpool, they're a wool.
Right.
And some of them would go, "Oh no, we say St Helens because no one knows St Helens is." So like, you just say that because you say Liverpool because it's easy. It's like, nah, it's because you want to be Scouse.
Do you have that from where you're from in Blackburn?
No, we just. Well, yeah, if you're from Darwin, you're a cunt, innit? Blackburn with Darwin.
I fucking love Darwin. Fuck off.
Why?
Because I've never heard
place
anyone
he
say a
gigs
bad
outside
word
of
from.
Because there's a nothing place.
I've never said anyone say a bad word from there besides from people from Blackburn.
Yeah, because there's nothing place.
Every time I've gone there, they treated me like a god. I know people who've gone and worked there and said everyone was lovely.
Why do they treat you like a god there in
I
Darwin?
just had 2 great gigs.
Very low expectations.
Okay. And what, it's called Blackburn with Darwin?
Yeah, same. We share a council.
Oh, that's the council name. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. It's 2 separate places.
Okay.
Tez Ilyas joining us first time, debutant.
Great chat so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. How was your journey here? Busy?
Yeah, man. It's
Lot of traffic.
Pretty straightforward, bro. Like an hour and 15.
I don't know if you
Blackburn.
are getting the passive aggressiveness from Wazzy here.
I'm not
but-
passive aggressive, just I like it. I thought you weren't coming.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
just-
a flaky person.
You're not, no.
I'm late to everything.
Right, that's fine.
But
I'm
I'm
always late.
there.
Yeah.
At some point in
Yeah.
the proceedings, I'll be turn up.
Really, yeah?
Yeah. I
That is
don't.
the
I
most
just
Asian
can't-
defence.
I can't.
What was?
I'm late.
I'm here, aren't I?
I'm
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll be late. We'll
Like
be
regularly to gigs, I'll get there like 10 minutes within 10 minutes of my stage time.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. On the regs.
Is that on
Right.
purpose? Or you
No, it's
Just
just
happens.
I think
Life works that way.
What? Like time dyslexic. I've got that.
Right.
Well,
You're a single man who lives with your mum, so what the fuck are you doing?
That's
it's
business.
business.
Scrolling on the toilet.
Is this stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. That is incredible. How you can be
Yeah.
late for something.
Yeah.
You can be awake at 10 a.m. and be late to something at 8 o'clock.
Well, you know, I told
Yeah,
you.
you would
Yeah.
because you woke up at 10.
Well, I told him half
AM.
an hour. I told him half
Oh,
an
right.
hour.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Jesus.
There's 2 10s in the day.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
there
not
are.
gonna be
The
like,
clock stops.
look up at 10 a.m. and then 8, 20 or
Yeah.
20 hours.
Yeah, no, but that happens.
But you're
yeah.
prone to being late, so I told
I can't
I told
help
you
it.
to get here today for 6 o'clock, knowing you'd be late.
I was on time to get.
Yeah, but I assumed you were going to be
I
quarter
can't
past
even
6.
go for your name now.
I was late at Paul's wedding.
Really, it's really
Yeah, you
getting me
were.
down.
I turned up at Paul's wedding.
That was
Everyone
so bad.
thought I was the bride walking in.
Yeah, he was so late.
You were
I
so
was
late.
so late. But I got there before she entered, so therefore I was on time.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though I was 35 minutes after the call time.
Yeah, and everybody
I
was
was
sat,
lucky that she was so late that I was on time.
and everybody was sat down.
Right.
We were facing the same way.
Yeah.
We were waiting, and then you walked in.
Apparently at that point they'd be sat down for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
We had you.
And then
Yeah.
Billy Big Balls walks in.
Yeah.
So what, you were just
It
scrolling
looked
on the
bang-
toilet and that?
It looked bang on.
I had a 4-hour drive.
Right.
Yeah, so did I though.
Yeah, but you got up before me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I
that's
knew
what.
Yeah, that was-
like,
so-
oh,
so yes.
I knew I had to be somewhere.
My one defense is I have insomnia.
Batty
So
on
I
TikTok
can't-
makes
So
everyone
I
late.
can't
doesn't it?
sleep much before 3 a.m.
Diagnosed insomnia
night?
or just like
Self-diagnosed. I can't diagnose myself. So before 3 a.m. I can never sleep. So, for example, Paul's wedding 4-hour drive. If I woke up at 7, I would have died I would have fell asleep on the way. So like, let me at least get 5 hours in.
So what time did you leave for the wedding?
10 a.m. I left London.
and 2 of those hours is getting out of London.
Yeah. But luckily I stayed in West London, so it wasn't too bad. But then, yeah. And I only nearly died twice, which is not bad for me.
That's not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened? Just falling asleep at the wheel.
So it was like single carriage A roads going into double carriages. So you take over the cunts in front of you,
Yeah.
and then there was a lorry that was trying to like.
I reckon that's when people are most racist.
Yeah, you know when you chase down a lorry, down,
Yeah.
you're like, I need to get ahead of the lorry before.
Yeah.
Some cunt came in front of me and just wasn't fast enough to take the lorry as well. So we both ended up not taking the lorry. Then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to take the lorry anyway.
Yeah.
And
So you went round?
And then I went out. And then there was another. Then the other side turned into a double.
Yeah.
And I had enough time to take both.
Yeah.
But the cut next to me started speeding up.
Uh,
And so another car came, and then I had to brake and get back in.
Yeah.
And I was like, all of us would have died at that moment.
Yeah.
He'd have died, I'd have died, and you'd have fucking died as well. What if you're?
Yeah, but I'm willing
why-
to die in some situations.
Why does it bother him?
Because it just
If I'm
does,
going-
doesn't it?
Oh, it winds me up. You know what I hate? When you're doing stuff like that and then that person starts speeding up and you think, this is what I wanted the first time.
Yeah,
If you'd done this in the
If you'd-
fucking first place, we'd have been fine.
Yes.
Stop doing it just to prove a point.
Yes.
You're not proving a point. I'm still...
You absolutely are proving a
You
point.
know?
You are.
No,
You're
I
going.
wanted to get ahead of the lorry. That's all I wanted to do. And he had enough time to do it.
Yeah.
And we both would have gone.
the funniest and most annoying is when someone does a dangerous maneuver overtaking you,
Yeah.
and you end up both stopping at the same place.
Oh,
Yeah.
I try and
the
pull up
traffic
next to them to
I
be like,
hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I've done it loads.
What, were you-
I just fly past
Yeah.
someone and then some cunt's going slow again, and then there's loads of traffic and they're coming at you. Oh,
17 minutes later.
Some fucking 58-year-old man who's fucking sneering at me like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck off.
yeah, I hate that.
Have you ever, when you have like road rage, have you ever just played it calm? It's so funny. Like, you know, like I've had a couple of times where, so I know it's going to be a kick-off and I think, right, I'm going to change my tactic here. I'm just going to be dead calm about it. And then they go to scream at me and like, why are you getting angry for? It's just
know, yeah.
And then they completely
It's very
just lose,
bizarre,
dickhead, and just drive off. It's like, they don't know what to do. And
I had in Edinburgh,
laughing.
and he was like, "Do you want it then?" And I was like, "Sure." And he goes, "Come out." Then I was like, "Well, you've offered, so so you come out first, and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's like, "Oh," and then he left.
Straight off, yeah.
Right. I had that. The one time that I have been banged to rights with it was when I was at the tunnel, and I drove into the fast tag lane, and I didn't have a fast tag, and I had to reverse out. Oh, that was when I laughed. That's
Yeah.
when I laughed at the guy because I knew what was coming. I knew what was coming as he come up. Cause he
It's
had
just
to,
like at the toll.
he had to reverse back,
Right.
and I could see him in the rear view, like
And
fuming.
the worst
And-
thing is, he's in the fast tag for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
exactly.
He was there to get through.
he's there
quick.
sitting there thinking, I did the half an hour of admin required to be in here.
Yeah.
And then I'm reversing out, and I got out just enough that he could slip past, and I looked at him as well. I thought, I'm not just going to ignore him. I'm going to let him see me smiling now because I was like, what can I do?
Like, have you ever been on have you ever been on flight with speedy boarding? And then when they let everyone on the same time,
Yeah.
oh mate, the speedy boarding gets so pissed off,
yeah.
and everyone else looks so smug.
Yeah.
Just like fucking, just like, oh yeah, everyone just get on.
Like the single riders queue at Alton Towers, the fast track one, and then there's no queue anyway.
My worst people on the motorway are like, you're in the lanes close.
Yeah.
So it goes from a 4-3 lane into a 1.
Yeah.
And then people start queuing from fucking 5 miles behind. I'm,
Oh,
like, I'm
yeah.
not that fucking...
Right, last minute.
Oh, I
Last minute, I go right to the
you?
end and then go in.
I
But
hate
there's
people like
lorries.
That's what you meant to
That's
do.
what you're meant to do. Mathematically, that's what you're supposed to do.
We discussed it at the highway code.
the whole
You
point
go-
No,
Yeah.
as soon as you
You're
see
meant
the
to do
X,
that.
you move over.
No,
No,
you're
you're
not
meant to
do
go
that.
right to the end.
No.
So what
It's meant to
similarities-
filter in. Otherwise, it just causes a traffic jam.
So what some lorries do is they straddle 2 lanes.
Yeah, because
And it's not your fucking dad's road, is it?
Yeah.
That vexes me.
Yeah.
So I do them on the hard shoulder.
Do you?
Yeah, I do them on the hard shoulder because I'm like, and then but there's two. Because I do that as well.
You're risking
they can't see me because
What do you mean you do them on the hard shoulder? I don't understand.
So this
it goes round on the hard shoulder.
So just get an open spot to come in with you. So that you just got to swear at lorry drivers for me.
So if
there's
so if the 2 lanes here are closed off, so everyone's going into the fast lane.
Yeah.
They straddle these 2 slow lanes, and there's a hard shoulder. I just do them on the hard shoulder.
Gotcha.
Fuck those guys.
You're risking your tyres then,
It's
though.
not the dad's road, though, is it?
No. Construct.
Pisses me off. I have bad road rage.
Do you get it? Yeah.
I used to.
I'm on the road too much in that.
I used to. Now, because of all the driving I've done, I no longer.
But part of it is
just too
because,
exhausted.
like Simon, I don't build enough time in.
Yeah, because you're late.
Lateness
Yeah,
is
You
the
get road rage.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I haven't built this time in.
If I'm late for something, I do. I also drive like a psychopath as well, though. So normally,
I saw when I was driving to Birkenhead, they've got some signs up going like, it takes 3 seconds to buckle up, you're dead forever.
Yeah.
And then I was just, it's a bit strong. And then another one they had was better late than never or dead forever. Something like that. These slogans about being like speeding.
Have you ever seen one of those proper like speed awareness road death videos?
No, have you?
They're
scary.
fucking horrible.
Yeah.
No, this is... So I did a year secondment for the fire service back in the day, back in 2000.
Did a what?
A year secondment to the fire service. So I used to work at the Home Office.
What the fuck's a year secondment?
So when you leave your main job to go work somewhere else, you go do a volunteering.
Right, what did you say? A year's what?
Secondment.
Secondment.
So you
Never heard that word
second to
before.
another organisation.
All right.
There you go.
Jeez, educated now.
So I used to work at the Home Office.
I honestly, this is maybe I'm racist. I assumed that was an Asian word. And it was something I didn't understand.
Secondment.
I assumed it was a culture thing that I just didn't understand.
Well, I still can't pronounce Eshaan's name, so I'm telling you.
I genuinely thought I'm being open.
Why can't you just have Tez?
You didn't say particular country.
You thought, I'm about to learn something here.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought I was being open and cultured.
My favourite
word?
thing is you didn't even go for a particular country. You went for the whole continent. You went Asian word.
It's like on an aptitude test for a job
I thought it's
interview.
what you and the Chinese said for words.
If you work with somebody from a different background, would you ask them questions about them?
Yeah, have you not seen them YouTube ads now? It's good to ask.
The word secondment was from
secondment.
was Sanskrit.
It's the Blackburn accent. I couldn't fully get it, so I was like, maybe it's something they do.
So what are their videos like?
So when there's a bad crash, is the fire service that often go out to cut people out of crashes.
Yeah, my mate's a fireman. He didn't drive.
So they go around the schools like teenagers, like GCSEs onwards, to do the like these kids have died and these are their parents, fucking influence of tears, and those fucking videos are horrible.
Yeah, man.
And they show you some of the footage. Cause people have like dash cams and stuff without accidents, so you capture the final moments. It's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
To see the mangled bodies.
Yeah. They give you a warning on that, but like, it's brutal. So I always wear my seatbelt. I don't speed.
I always wear my seatbelt. I still drive like a fucking maniac. I put my seatbelt on.
Lorry drivers are.
I flip lorry drivers off, but I don't speed though.
Still watching Batty on TikTok as I'm driving.
I don't speed though, but it vexes me when
You're
people
gonna
don't
die within the speed limit.
So if I'm doing 50, if the speed limit is 50, I don't want to do 49. I want to do fucking 50.
So it's an average speed of 50, what you do?
Yeah, that's cruise control.
60, me.
See,
Cruise control, bang.
I reckon I was driving up yesterday and I got flashed.
Oh shit.
And I reckon if it comes through, I'm probably going to get banned.
Right, and what was you doing?
No.
Oh.
It was.
Where was you?
It was one of those. I was on the M6, and it was one of those where it went from a 40 to a 50, back to a 40, then to a 70.
Right.
What's a 40?
And how fast was you going?
40, you might as well stop
when they
the
flash
traffic.
it. Or when they flash.
Stop the traffic at
No,
40.
so I was doing 60 and a 50,
No, you're not going to be banned for that.
but
Why
I'll
would
get
you get
points.
You get points, yeah.
But I think I'll hit 12 now,
Oh, okay.
cumulatively.
Well done.
This podcast might not take off, guys. Eshaan can't get there now.
Come speak to me. I'm 2 for 2 with them.
Yeah.
Well,
I represented myself once in court.
2.5 for 2 because I got my dad off as well.
Right, I might
Go on.
It's exception. You just got to argue exceptional hardship. So you got to argue they're going to punish somebody else by taking your license off you. Because too many people go in.
So my audience is the gift that I provide them.
Yeah.
Well, basically, because you live with your mum, you could say your mom's disabled, something like that.
Yeah,
and
she might be.
Exactly. And then they're punishing her because you take it to an appointment.
And I would love it if someone leaked this video to them afterwards.
So in court.
Yeah. Once you've done that, once you've
objection, Your Honour.
And they're like, I'm a big fan of Another One pod, but I'm also a lawyer, so
You fucking rat.
Just the contact Eddie Stobart for their dash cam. This man in an Audi just doing his all the time in the hard shoulder.
Previous four. A compilation of me doing that. Just in lorries.
Just got to argue the punishing someone else. So first time I'd done it, my taxi is in my mum's name for cheaper insurance.
Fair.
So the first time I'd done it, I went to court and argued, even though my mum and dad never split up.
Rob Thomas.
Went to court and argued. My mum and dad split up, and she couldn't afford the mortgage without the money off me that I was paying her to rent the taxi. She didn't get a penny off me, and my mum and dad were very happy together. But I just went and argued that in court, and they went, "Okay, yeah, sound, bang, don't worry about it. You can't afford the mortgage, can't punish you. Keep your license."
Do you reckon?
Second time, I'm trying to think what I could second time, but yeah, you just got to argue they're going to punish somebody else.
Do you reckon that the British court system would look at me and Eshaan the same way as Bobby Tommy?
I don't know, because I also like to think I'm a minority for being Scouse.
That's true.
So
Scousers, they are the package of white people.
They are. That's true.
We are. So.
You are.
Yeah.
I mean, that mean I can say it or not?
No.
But
Unless you really want to, and then argue that in court. No. My mum likes them.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. One was in Mansfield, so in Mansfield is where I got off with it.
Yeah, and yours, and
I'm a Scouser. And it was literally 4 days after Suarez had handballed it and knocked him out the FA Cup. They made a joke about that. They said, "Go back to Liverpool, tell them we're not bitter."
And were you like, "Oh, I'm a blue," just for a laugh?
Yeah.
No. I just said thank you, walked away, and get out there.
Run away. Okay, I'll do that.
I once drove to court, had my license taken away, and then had to drive home.
Yeah.
So wait, how did that work?
So I drove to court because I got caught driving without insurance, not recommended.
Yeah,
and it was within the 2 years of passing. So you get 6 points.
But the speed limit is something you adhere to.
Yeah, now.
Insurance,
now.
Now. But I won't go 55 and a 50.
Not back then.
After you'd passed or before you passed?
After I'd passed.
So
it was within 2 years of me
I got
passing.
it before I passed.
Right, that's clever. See, you can get 6 points to it before you pass.
So I didn't lose my license because it was the fence was before I passed.
I was driving without a license for 2 years.
Yes, I was.
And
see, we really are.
I also did that as well. Yeah, I did that too, but never got caught.
Yeah.
I'm the only normal one here.
The day you woke fuck. The day I decided to do my second test, I was driving through Bank, and they had from the IRA days, they had these checkpoints that are still there.
Yeah,
and there were loads of coppers there. Yeah. And I was driving with my mum, and I was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna catch
coppers
me."
In your accent is so funny.
Huh?
Yeah.
Coppers in your accent is so
It's like
funny.
he's trying to sound like us, isn't it?
Coppers.
They were coppers.
Police officers, yeah.
Police officers, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
And they weren't called that in Ireland, were they? Were they called in Ireland? And they called guards or something?
That's their police officers are called
Garda.
Garda,
innit?
I thought you said you were in Ireland.
No. I was in Bank in London, but it's
IRA stop.
The IRA stops that they've got there.
You know the IRA, the Irish Republican Army.
I know the IRA.
You know the terrorists, the OG terrorists.
Yeah, the good ones.
People whose jobs we
took. The good ones. Yeah.
So the ones who called ahead.
They ran ahead for some reason.
They had the decency to call ahead.
Yeah, polite.
So, we're driving.
Let you know they're going to be late.
Couth.
And I was well nervous. They would be like, check out your license.
What they were doing, though, weren't use the best. Use it up the game.
What they were doing was just checking if I'd had alcohol.
Right.
So my mum was in. Luckily, Mum was like, "My son's Muslim. There is no way he drinks alcohol." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure." And luckily, they didn't ask for my license.
She was on the ale all the time.
Yeah, she was. She was. After she passed away, we found a stash of vodka under the bed. But there we are. That's for another time. But yeah, I almost got caught. But then I passed my test.
When I got caught, I was going up a one-way street. Never recommended.
I always feel that happening. I always see when I'm turn up somewhere and I go like, I'm just looking for the back of a road sign thing, and like once I see the front of a road sign, I go, "Oh, this road."
When all the cars are facing,
when I'm not sure whether this is going to be, I'm saying that's the back of a road sign there. This isn't good.
Set up this one-way street, started backing off like you did on the tunnel. Yeah, and then the police officer came like behind me, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And just check
What's it look like?
And he came, took my license to the car, came back, and he goes, "Are you insured?" And I went, "Yeah," and then he went, "Are you?" You know, and then
Oh, do you want to start again?
He knows something.
Yeah.
He goes, "Are you sure you want to prejudice yourself in? So you want to perjure yourself And I was like, no, I'm not. And he goes, no, you're not. And then he took the car.
Oh.
I got stranded in Preston.
I had that with a bylaw
after
enforcement officer of the train one time. I tried to lie about where I got on the train from to reduce the fare or something.
Yeah.
And then he what's the address? And I couldn't think of my auntie's address. So I was like, and he went, do you want to start again? Yeah. And I just went, yeah. It was so pathetic.
Me and my because I've got a half brother.
Right.
Yeah.
And he only just recently arrived from Bangladesh to the UK, and he and I, for some reason, decided that we were to dodge the fare that particular day. I think the machine wasn't working, whatever. Got stopped at the DLR station.
Love the way you said that, like that's an anomaly. Every day of my life.
Yeah.
When I was growing up. Never once paid the train fare in my life.
Tried to dodge the fare, and then the ticket inspector's there, and then I started speaking to him. And
Just in general.
How are you? What's going on?
You've got tickets, but you don't need to check them.
Don't worry about it. But I managed to get off with him. No, I managed to get off without paying a fine, and my half brother had to pay the fine. So I said to him, "Oh, how comes?" And he goes, "Well, it's obviously an oversight on your part."
Yeah.
Because of the way I sounded, but because my half brother had a bit of an accent,
because he's a proper one.
Yeah,
you don't trust him. Yeah,
he's going to pay, and so I felt bad, but then I was also like, "Fuck it."
Yeah. I was the first time I moved to London, and it was the first day of my job, and it was in Croydon. So I got on at Victoria Station, the train to Croydon,
where the passport office is.
Yeah. So I sat down, and I didn't know because all the train carriages, those shit trains, all the seats look the same. So I just sat on a seat.
Yeah.
And the inspector was like sat on a seat like in front of me, like not directly in front of me, but like in the car where we could see each other.
Yeah.
And there was like 5 minutes later the train moved. The second the train moved, he came over to me, checked my ticket. I gave him my ticket, and he went, "This is first class." And I went, "Oh." I went, "I just moved."
This empty, lovely, lovely,
but they're not though. They all look the same.
Right,
yeah.
So the only difference is it says first class on the window, which because I didn't know, I hadn't seen. He fucking fined me.
How?
£20. And
you didn't just move,
I was so since then I was like, fuck these guys. I kept my 25, under 25. Until I was 32.
That's
fuck
nice.
those guys.
How are you able to renew it?
I changed the date of birth from 83 to 88.
Oh,
They don't check.
Oh, you just done it yourself?
With a paper.
Oh, that's quality.
on the thing.
Yeah, when I was in school, I was using, you get them weekly bus passes. I had one for 18 months.
Nice.
Just because they just don't check. You just walk on, just like never ever check.
And if you do it constantly,
and then
one people they try and hide the date. No, don't do that. Just flash it.
Yeah.
They're not looking.
Yeah. One cunt took it off me after 18 months, and Ariva wrote to me mum and dad to tell them that I'd been doing it for 18 months.
You have to backdate it, like that guy who skipped the tube. Do you remember him? Who? That guy who skipped the tube for like 10 years.
Like 10 grand or something.
Like thousands he saved, then they fined him loads on top of everything. He'd get off at one station, hop the thing, and get off, and he was like in a six-figure.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, he was earning good money, but he just kept skipping this one stop, which saved him thousands a year.
I love the hustle. I've got a disabled person's rail card, which I've got to renew. But the weird thing is, on the renewal, they ask you if you still got your disability, and I'm like, how many disabilities go into remission? When does that happen?
Did your arm grow back? Has it grown back in the 2
My legs are back.
Yeah.
So they've asked me if I'm still deaf, and I'm like, yeah.
What?
Fake IDs. We used to have the fake ID trick on it. You know the provisional. So you just print off because we were all born in 91, but then we needed a 0.
Yeah.
So you just cut out a little 0 off Microsoft Word, shade it in a very soft green.
Yeah.
Cut out a bit of sellotape exactly the size of it. Bang it over the one. Used to work everywhere.
No.
Unless the bouncer
But
just
the thing
went,
is, like, unless they're checking it properly,
off.
there's too much information to process. Your date of birth, your picture, your name. It's too much.
Yeah, it's quite.
Most people just look at your name and your picture.
Yeah, it's just
too much
cursory
information.
check.
It's quite little how much like people. So when I got caught before I passed my test, I got caught in my cousin's car, banged to rights. It's just like a spot check. You're not insured, right? Done. Got done for that. But then after that, even though I still didn't have a license, I just carried on driving around my dad's car. And they pull me over. And anytime they pull me over, I go, oh, he's had the same name as me, Robert Thomas. They pull me over and go, what's your name, Rob Thomas? What's your address? Same address. And they go and check it and they go, yeah, all right, so I'll go. I never once bothered to look at the date of birth.
Well, you never
just looked at the name.
God, I think I'm 42.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is all a scam.
That didn't cross my mind, but probably, yeah. That's what I probably should have been thinking. And like my mate who's Libyan, he used to drive his dad's car all the time. And he would give his dad's thing in. And he'd give his dad's license in.
Right.
And
And they wouldn't tell the difference.
They was too scared. I don't know whether they were too scared to look racist or they just were racist.
Yeah.
And they said they couldn't tell the difference.
What should be Tez
That they-
Ilyas when I get caught?
That they wouldn't ever, they wouldn't ever question it.
You could do Romesh very easily.
I could do. Oh, the Romesh thing happened today. On the way here. Fucking hell. I was on the train, and for some inane reason, I sat behind a group of lads, and they were all singing like Scottish football songs. I think they're Rangers fans, and they were so fucking loud. And eventually, one of them got up to have a piss. It was like, "Mate, it's Romesh!"
Fucking hell.
And it was just a lot of that going on for ages. It was
So-
just,
They didn't even know you're a comedian. You're just Asian, so you're Romesh.
yeah.
That's
It happened to me at the wedding. A guy came up to me and goes, quite drunk. He was like, "Mate, has anyone ever told you
Wasn't
that
Smith.
you look like Romesh Ranganathan?" And I went, "No, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?" And he goes, "Oh, is it? Like, are you not a comedian?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Oh, I thought you were the comedian." I was like, no, I'm just a mate. He's like, "Oh, he's a really famous comedian." I'm like, "I've never heard of him." Then he pulls out a picture.
And he should have gone, that's me. I am Romesh. So
You should have gone. He looks like Eshaan Akbar.
Well, yeah. I don't even think I look like him that much.
I don't think
you look
do.
more like him than
He's-
anyone else in this room.
He's tall. Yeah.
Yeah, but stick the specs on you, and then you probably get away with it as
Do you
well.
ever get it though? Do you ever get like other Asian comics? Because Nish Kumar got Romesh, didn't he? As
Nish,
well.
he doesn't possibly get.
But
Someone did wish me happy birthday on Nish's birthday in Edinburgh, and I was like, it's not my birthday. I was like, someone went, oh, happy birthday, and I was like,
What?
I was like a random drunk person.
yeah.
And I was like, oh. Maybe he was going around wishing everyone happy birthday.
Yeah.
Then I found out later that day that it was Nish's birthday.
Oh.
Will
I was
Duggan
like,
called
we
me
look very,
Chris
we
Cancel.
look very unlike each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, because you never get it, but obviously you got Romesh.
I get. You,
And then
you
Nish
went
said
this
he
place.
got Romesh, and I was like, well, one he got as a joke, didn't he? And then he just didn't like the joke. I
Yeah.
think one was racist, and then one. Oh no, what was it? Because he was at a show, wasn't he? And someone.
Nish.
Oh, this
it
was
wasn't
recent,
going well.
right?
The Nish, yeah. The Nish thing. What something happened, and I don't know if they accused him of being Romesh or.
I think they heckled him.
They
Yeah,
the guy-
accused
No,
him
oh,
of
yeah, was
being
it?
Romesh.
No.
I've heard you're Romesh.
No,
word of the
rubbish.
street is
Rubbish. You're rubbish.
word of the street
right.
That's
is
so funny.
you're Romesh Ranganathan.
I've remembered it. I've remembered it now. Someone heckled him,
Yeah.
saying we only bought tickets because we thought it was Romesh.
Romesh, yeah.
All right,
And it was a
says
shit
Nish
show,
on the-
Yeah.
even though it says Nish. And then his next show, which was one of his, that was at like a charity event or something like that.
Yeah.
And the next thing was his own tour show.
Right.
And someone shouted out thinking they were being like funny, like, oh, we're at Nish's tour show, he likes us. Where's Romesh?
Yeah.
Like, as in referencing it, and he just fucking hit the roof about it, sort of thing.
Yeah, little bitch.
Yeah.
I
Glad you said it, because I did think,
No,
come on, that's your tour
when I went
show.
up to
I ain't
Edinburgh-
saying shit.
when I went up to Edinburgh,
great.
when I went to Edinburgh in
funny lads.
2015, was it? Yeah, 2015, 2016. I had the ballroom at the old Gilded Balloon venue. Had like 130 seater. There was
Oh,
no,
nice.
but I was completely unknown, right?
Yeah.
And it kept getting reasonably filled out. It was 130. I did just get 80, 90 people in.
Right.
And every time people would come up to me after being like, oh my God, we thought you were Romesh. but my name's Eshaan Akbar, but he wasn't famous enough. So
Yeah.
I spoke to a guy who was like, oh, I thought I recognised you from TV. And I thought, oh, maybe his name is Eshaan Akbar. So my
How
agent
much money do you owe Romesh? Do you reckon
I
over the years? How much money do you reckon you
I
owe
know
him?
so much intellectual property.
He's going to come and collect.
And then,
You know,
you
if
know
you,
Romesh?
right?
Yeah.
You know, if you
Right.
found out 2 weeks into that run, so you're selling 80s and 90, you have 130.
Yeah.
If you found out 2 weeks into that run that your flyers were telling people come and see Romesh,
Romesh,
would you stop them, or would you
No.
go, nah, fuck
No,
it,
no,
leave
no,
it,
no.
leave it, let it go?
100%.
Don't stop something that works, innit?
Yeah.
It's not broke. Don't fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then they find out about me, but it was really funny when people were like, oh, we thought his name was Eshaan Akbar.
We thought Romesh's name was
Just
Eshaan
keeps
Akbar.
sliding. No, it's fine now. You want go on?
You know, does that show with his mum,
Yeah.
Romesh?
Yeah.
Imagine how basically there's a show going, oh, your mum's dead, and they're like, how's he making the show?
No, but imagine if they loved him even more, being like,
That
oh
is
my
a good
God.
scene.
Oh my God. He's so close to his mum as well. We've seen it on TV.
Yeah.
Such CGI.
Got an actress in to play his
Andy
mum.
Serkis is doing your
CGI my mum.
Travel the world, we will.
My precious.
That's so funny.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
I nearly never said it. I'm glad I did.
No, I'm glad you did.
When's the podcast out, boys?
What's it called? What you on about?
What you on about?
What you on
Oh,
about?
is that what it's called?
Yeah, what you on about?
What you
Yeah,
on
I think it's
about?
a nice name for a pod.
It's a good
What's
name.
upset you now? What you on about?
What you on about?
Ooh,
Don't do that. No, we were like spending ages smoking shisha trying to think of a name.
Yeah.
Come up with a
Yeah.
Go up with it.
Right.
Every fucking name's taken.
But yeah. But also, I don't know if you know this,
Name
but
doesn't matter.
doing a podcast is quite hard.
It's quite hard.
Getting it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just a logistics
regularly.
He's down south and Bengali. I'm, northern
Oh,
Pakistani.
Pakistani.
Difficult to
Well, I'm also Pakistani, but anyway, he
match
never
our
counts that.
diaries.
What'd you say? You never what?
He never counts the fact that I'm Pakistani.
Right.
Why?
Is it like me not letting Wazzy be a scout?
Yes, he's a wool.
Yeah.
The Pakistani
Is he
version
the
of a
Pakistani
wool?
version of wolves? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Does me,
pack
brother.
nutter.
Amazingly, Bengalis are quite good with wool, aren't they? They know what they're doing with it.
It's more cotton, I thought.
I know, yeah.
And you're from Cotton now? Blackburn?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, Lancashire.
Maybe that's what you should call your podcast. Something to do with Cotton.
Home of the mills.
Yeah, cotton.
Yeah, cotton pickers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And then maybe... maybe
I
You couldn't say packy, but you can say that, couldn't you?
Cotton packies.
Cotton what?
Cotton what?
Cotton P what?
Yeah, well, we're working on it, aren't we?
Yeah.
There's a few snags.
Because there's us two and then our producer as well. So like thinking up 3 diaries,
Yeah.
Right.
geographical locations, etc. But inshallah,
Inshallah.
it should be
Inshallah.
out soon.
Yeah.
Excellent. Just stay away from the toxicity. That's ours. So
What's that?
just like toxic male vibes. That's ours.
Right,
so-
okay.
so
It's accidentally toxic because I want to be wholesome, but I'm
Okay.
just not that.
Yeah. We're not that wholesome to be fair.
I'm not trying to be toxic.
What is the driver for you wanting it to be wholesome?
Just because I just like
all we do
nice.
is talk about wanking.
Because your mum watches it.
Well, I just like. Well, I don't want it to be. I'm not. It's not wholesome, is it?
No.
I wish I was wholesome. Just like I wish I was like a millionaire.
I wish I was middle
but why-
class.
yeah, why are you
Not
trying to
a
be-
millionaire. I'm not wholesome.
Why are you trying to be something you're not then?
Because we want to be. I want to be middle class. I want to live on a farm. I want to never see me family again. I want to be middle class and I want to be well to do.
Oh, you're not middle class yet?
What's that got to do with the
I don't
podcast,
know. I went to private
don't know.
school, so I should be, shouldn't
Did
I?
ya?
For like 4 years and I got kicked out.
So yeah, that's
Were you privately educated?
No, I went. My school had a GCSE pass rate of 35%. The fact that I'm here is a fucking big deal.
That's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
GCSEs,
Yeah.
like A levels, that's acceptable.
35% pass rate. Yeah.
On GCSEs.
Yeah.
35%
Yeah.
pass rate.
Yeah, we had more race rights in our school than music teachers. We had no music teachers, 2 race rights the time I was there.
That's so funny.
A race right, really?
Yeah.
Genuine?
It escalates in it's 2 lads having an argy bargy, escalates into 10 lads, escalates into fucking people
whole
coming in
school,
from
yeah.
outside. Yeah, it was fun.
What, people come in from outside?
Yeah, as in all the lads
Yeah, older lads,
from
yeah.
both sides coming in. Asians and
Just people wanting to kick off.
Just on a Tuesday afternoon break?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it happened twice.
Like, proper fucking
Fucking baseball bats, fucking everything, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had
Sorry.
smartphones then.
Cricket bats, sorry. No smart. I don't know how they organised it. No smartphones, nothing. Just fucking someone
Yeah.
shouting.
If you knock
Yeah.
your
It's
phone.
happening, it's
happening. This is not a drill.
Finally!
So how many are we talking? Like,
At least
hundreds?
50 on each side. Yeah, 100. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just letting into each other.
Any like fellas? Like late 20s, early 30s?
Oh
Or
right.
It was like 18,
No, I think it would have
19?
been like 20 and under. I reckon.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Any bad injuries? Anyone?
We won.
Was it all handbags?
We definitely won one. I feel like we won both. But that might just be my bias.
Right,
like,
okay.
remembering
Were you
it and
involved?
that. No.
No, you didn't get
I
stuck.
I feel like-
I was a little pussy, man. I was down the sideline going, No, I was
Holding the teacher's hand to the side.
Yeah.
I was the kid who did everyone's homework.
Right.
So like I was popular. Like no one messed with me.
Right.
I mean, like everyone bullied each other. Like everyone called each other
Yeah,
names and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right.
But no one messed with me.
Didn't they know no one fucked with you in school?
No.
Were you always cheeky at school as well?
Yeah. I got put on report 3 times, and I was like one of the smartest kids in the school, which is relative for a school that.
What were you
hasn't-
put on report for?
GCSE.
Lateness?
Yeah, but was you just chatting back? Yeah, you got that loads.
Just like-
I never got put on report, I don't think.
Didn't you?
No.
Didn't have enough about you, mate.
No.
Shit
I
house.
think I'd have been terrified to go put on a report.
I used to fake my. I never told my mum. I faked my signature at home.
Right.
I got caught doing that once.
Me too.
Yeah, no, I never told my mum.
Yeah, I was
Because
terrified to get into
every school
like
report
that.
every year was the same. He talks too much, and then mum was telling me, "Don't talk too much."
I've had that in every school report ever.
Yeah,
I've had
it's all the same.
Robert's a joy to have in class, except he just doesn't do anything. Like, I was just so lazy.
I had one really bad term at school, and I decided to fake the grades that we got at the end of the term report. And I Tippexed it and put it on. It was obvious.
Bang on.
Really obvious. And then the headmaster who caught me was like, "What I don't understand, Akbar, is why you upgraded yourself to B grades when you had the opportunity to put A's on there."
But you were being smart in it. You were like, "Let's not."
Yeah.
Oh, were you surnames in your school?
Yeah.
They used to do that, did they?
Akbar?
Yeah. Akbar.
Akbar?
Yeah. No, it was Akbar.
Yeah.
Akbar, and then my mates called me Snack Bar.
Yeah.
And then I'd be
Where
called
did you go
Snacky
to
on
school?
pitch. I went to a private school down in London.
Right.
Did you go private or
No.
No.
Where he lives, though, there's no need for it.
He's got a
It's
chip on
really-
his shoulder the fact that
It's formally
he
really
went and
posh,
I
yeah?
didn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
He wants
It's where
to
the
be.
footballers go to live.
Really?
Yeah, to get away from the scum.
Who's your most famous neighbour?
Steven Gerrard, probably.
Where do you live, sorry?
Yeah, Klopp lives there. There's a Liverpool house that the managers go to live in.
What?
But I used to know the guy that lived in there, and we went to an end of season party. It is, and he lives in Australia.
Do you both support Liverpool?
I support Liverpool. He's not allowed to support anyone.
I'm basically
Because-
a football nonce.
What he's done is worse than what Eshaan has done to
What do you mean?
some Muslims. He's turned his back on teams so many times. So tell him what. You know the way some people don't like Eshaan because he's not. He's
I mean, he says it, and I've not seen it myself.
yeah. Well, he's come in moaning about it before.
What? Moan about what?
I asked him about it. Anyway, he supported 4 different teams now.
What? How?
Who?
We can't
Like
go-
full
we
kit
can't go
on,
into
full
it.
worn the kit
Who's
on.
he
Full
supported?
wank on for 4 teams. Go
4
on.
teams.
Who are you supporting?
What, Liverpool, I
You-
assume.
You can't make this. You can't
I
do this
assume-
to me. Not on a
assume-
public episode.
Liverpool United.
Yeah, you got a lot of hate on the Patreon.
Yeah.
We told it on the Patreon and
This
people
is
did not
Patreon
like it.
only.
Did not like it.
Who did you support?
Liverpool, obviously.
Can't say.
At some
Liverpool
point.
was the last one. That's the problem.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. United.
Yeah.
I can't say.
What?
Newcastle, United, and was Blackburn.
Yeah.
One of your boys should have
Fucking stay. We've got vacancies.
because
Yeah,
he had
Blackburn.
he
We're not
followed
too proud.
he followed
We've got-
Shearer and then he just went United for a bit.
Oh, so then Blackburn.
I followed
Newcastle.
Blackburn,
Newcastle, fair
Then
enough.
Beckham for the boots. Because
Right.
Beckham used to have the white boots.
And hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first cool
And that.
footballer with the white
And that.
Predators.
Yeah, that going on. Pretty boy.
Had that, and then I just thought at 10, I thought I'm best to go to Liverpool. I had a brief spell at Dortmund and Arsenal, but that wasn't anything.
You can do. I guess you can keep Dortmund.
You can keep Dortmund.
Yeah,
I think
you're
most
allowed to
Liverpool
talk.
fans.
I got
I've
basically with
I've got
Dortmund.
Barcelona for that.
What happened with Dortmund was I just had a top given to me from somebody. I think it was actually the guy that was LFC. It was his mum's son. That Redmen TV.
Isn't that him?
Atkinson.
Isn't that him?
No, but
His
I think
mum's-
I got
his
I got
mum's son is
anyway.
him, isn't it?
I got a Dortmund top, and then what did I just say there?
His mum's son.
His mum's son.
Which would be either him
is
or his
him and
brother.
his brother. He's that shook. He's that shook. He can't think.
No, what I'm cleverly doing is I'm just taking it away from that and I'm going into steering it towards me being stupid now.
That's so funny.
Not a fucking traitor.
That happened.
Oh, no, fair enough then.
And now
That's
I've
why I
got
won't
black
respect
shoes on
him.
with white socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also cardinal sin.
Yeah, I need to put these on because I thought he might
I thought you were blue for some reason.
something to talk about.
Cop-eyed,
You've
mate.
fucking done that. You've gone, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Probably my general demeanour. I must come across as bitter, but no, I'm a cop-eyed.
I enjoyed that, Dick.
Yeah, just gotta get it in. Fuck them. Going down. It's gonna be, it's
So what do
gonna
you
be
think about
upsetting.
these fucking Southern Sporting United?
I do not like it.
I don't like it.
But I can't say anything because he's coming across racist. Because then if he goes, oh well, actually my dad came to this country and he didn't have a football team, so he just supported the most
It's got a fucking
successful
local
one.
team, though, innit?
But well, yeah, but then.
Gillingham.
I mean, I am here, so we can have the conversation.
No,
Well, why do you support United? It annoys me. Why?
Okay.
Why? And I've never said it on Twitter because I don't want to come across as racist.
I will die
but now
on that
Tez
hill.
is here.
Glory.
Okay. Why are you
I will
glory?
die on that hill.
Yeah,
Unless,
Glory.
unless you're
Yeah.
from Cornwall or some shit, yeah,
It's
I would die on that
glory.
hill.
yeah.
If you come from a town or city that has an established football team / teams,
Yeah.
then fucking support one of them.
Okay.
Especially because these Southern cunts think they're better than us, yeah?
Okay.
Then support one of your own teams.
I
innit?
haven't said anything.
I don't like the way they tweet about it. I think have some respect. Shut the fuck. If you're gonna support them in private. Like, don't fucking. You're
Why?
not allowed to have an opinion
The
on
reason
it.
why
Why
I
not?
The reason why I dislike Liverpool
But
and
I also
United,
don't like people who have an opinion on football who don't go to the match. It also
the reason why I dislike Liverpool and United specifically is because growing up in Blackburn, all the kids supported Liverpool and United who should have been supporting Blackburn. So I never want them to do well.
I understood when you tweeted that the other day. I got that. I thought,
Yeah.
But did your dad support Blackburn?
United.
Your dad was a United fan. Okay.
Yeah.
So with
That would have
me,
been easy. I would have been a fucking much easier life.
yeah.
Not now, but like, for 20 years.
I mean, okay.
No, but we're shit though, innit? You can be like, roll the shit. I'm like,
Yeah, we are.
That's right.
So I was 6 years old.
yeah.
Didn't know anything about football
Sure.
at all.
Yeah.
here's a lucky story.
My cousin
Oh, here we go.
playing football in
Keep
the
doing
garden.
that, please.
Played what? Football in the garden?
Playing football in the garden. Cousin goes, "I'm West Ham. You're Man United."
Yeah.
I said, "Cool, sick."
What, this is a
Literally-
fucking terrible origin story. This is
literally-
one of the
Would I lie to you all
This
this
is
shit?
one of the worst origin stories I've ever heard in my
But
life.
that's the story. That's why it's shit.
I'm the allies, you're a Nazi. Well, I guess I am now.
Sorry, what?
I guess I am
What
now.
game? What game are you
Cowboys
playing
and
there?
Indians.
We're playing World War II.
Okay, fine.
Risk. We were playing Risk.
Yeah.
We're playing Bradford Blackburn.
So then after that, I'll be honest, I have a very soft spot for West Ham. Of
Yeah.
course I do. They're my local side. But
and a
United is a
decent,
team.
a proper team though as well. It's not like it's Gillingham.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
proper team.
Yeah, and they've got a history and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Full disrespect to
But
any
you-
Gillingham fans.
But United is the team that I have
Fuck
always
Gillingham.
supported since the age of 6. And I really got into football when I was about 12 or 13.
How many times have you been to Old Trafford?
That's a terrible
4.
origin story. How many times have you done matches apart from the tour though? How many times? Not the cricket ground, the football ground.
Oh, 0. Zero. No, 4.
You've never, honestly, never been
No, I have been to Old Trafford 4 times.
only 4 times.
Yeah, it's not as much as I'd
How
like
old are
it
you
to
now?
be.
How old are you now?
37.
37. sorry.
25 years. So you really gone to football 12, 25 years.
How many United games
Can't
have you seen in-
respect you. You
How
shouldn't
many
be
United
allowed.
games have you seen in London?
Loads. I've seen loads of games in London.
United games.
Yeah.
Okay.
West Ham, Fulham, Spurs, Arsenal.
Yeah,
Few
but
subs.
in their end.
Yeah, because they come to
No,
you.
no.
Because they've come to you.
Yeah, they come to us.
So you haven't been in United then, though, have you?
No, in the United end. So there'll be people who I'll be like, look, I'm in London. Who's not coming? And then,
Yeah. No, that's a hill I'll die on.
Yeah, I agree. You support your dad's team or you support your local team, and that's it. That's what football's
I
about.
could have got United,
You could have.
but as soon as I found out Blackburn had a team, I was like,
I respect you more for it.
I didn't have that foresight. Well, really, the closest team I've got is Dagenham and Redbridge, actually.
fair. But like, if you supported West Ham,
Yeah,
in
we
that,
can have them
in
and
that-
West Ham,
Yeah,
something
in
like
that,
that.
I'd be like, oh, fair enough, West Ham. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a proper team.
But so why can't I do United and West Ham then?
Fuck off.
Because they're in the same league.
Same league. Apart from 3 seasons.
I'll let you do that, Eshaan.
Fuck you.
I'll let
Don't
you do
you
that.
start.
You know what?
Fuck
You
you.
can have City as well.
Yeah. You can have City every now and then. if you like.
That's Manchester, isn't it?
You can have City as well, you do.
Okay, would you be comfortable with it if I moved to Manchester?
Would I be comfortable with it?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's too late now.
If I was like, I live in Manchester now.
Don't listen to these.
No, I
two,
just want to know.
you do you.
I just want to see
Are you
where the
going to
moral
move to Manchester?
paradigm
You're going
is.
to move to Manchester and start going to matches?
Yeah, because I'm in Manchester now.
I'd respect it more.
Okay,
But that's like the bar was low.
Yeah.
though.
okay.
It's like
But
going from
I
1%
wouldn't
to
like-
3%.
Like I've got to. I'm
I think my thing
I'm
is
a
about-
proper football snob.
My thing about
Like,
Londoners
on-
as well is like Londoners are very proud of their city, and London's the best city in the world, best city of all time, greatest civilization that's ever been created.
I'm not.
And then but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like London's great.
but you're a
fucking
man.
support one of your fucking 25 football teams, then, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
But so I'm not one of those Londoners though.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. But so it doesn't apply to me because I'm not one of those Londoners who's like, oh, I fucking love London.
Yeah, but you're still
I do
like-
love London, but I'm not like mad about it.
I can't respect it. I don't know how you can like it. How can you have an affinity for the football team where you've got no geographical or family sort of link?
Well, my dad supports United.
Why is your dad support United?
I don't
Has
know.
to start
That's good.
somewhere, doesn't it?
That's just
No.
You know how I stopped my little brothers and now my nephews, how I stopped them supporting United?
Kill them.
Yeah, apart from that. I told them there's a devil on the badge. So that's genuinely how I stopped them. Because like they've got a devil on their chest where their heart is. You can't support them. And they're fucking, that's how I stopped them supporting United.
Yeah, support now.
I feel bad for it now. They support Rovers and I feel terrible about it.
Blackburn. They've won the Prem.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
As many times as Liverpool.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually a fact.
That is a fact, yeah.
If you do like the most epic cup wins of all time, like Blackburn sneak into 10th, like,
Aye.
yeah.
What year did they win it?
1883, 84, 85.
But the FA Cup or the...
18.
Yeah.
Are you on the FA Cup or the Premier League?
Are you deaf? Yeah,
The league.
18,
The Premier
the
League.
league.
95,
95.
But we won 3 FA Cups
95.
back to back.
Yeah.
94,
That's Shearer,
the
wasn't it?
same year I got a season ticket, 94, 95.
Shearer, Sherwood,
So you were
Blackburn won the
there,
league.
Gillespie.
2-1
Hendry.
in Anfield. Jamie
Yeah,
Redknapp,
yeah.
huge time goal.
Blackburn won the league, Everton won the FA Cup. And
Yes, I mean,
neither of them have won a
United.
trophy since.
Paul Rideout scored the
No,
winner.
we won the World Cup final in 2003. Thank you very much.
Sorry,
Spurs
I
at
apologise.
Millennium Stadium.
It was more of
I
a
was
dig at
there.
Everton fans.
Yeah, it was. Matt Jansen scored the winner. No, Andy Cole scored the winner. Matt Jansen scored the first one. It's great. He was so good for us.
Matt Jansen was a very good player.
Yeah,
Pedersen.
he was.
Ravaged by injuries.
No, what happened was he was.
Nice left foot.
He got left out. So Matt Jansen got left out of the World Cup in 2002 by
What a
Eric
player.
Eriksen. That summer he went to Rome
Yeah.
on a moped, had an accident, wasn't wearing a helmet, got smacked in the head. Recovered, physically recovered, but mentally just couldn't get his game back. It was really sad. After that, I think he played like 10 games for us.
That is sad.
And he could have gone big money move to anyone after
Yeah,
that.
he was a good
So
player.
good. It's very sad.
Very sad.
I wonder if he's insured.
Yeah, the club would have been insured.
I wonder if he was insured. Like, wonder because he ended up playing 10 games, it cost him his insurance.
Don't know.
You know, like the way David Beckham's right foot was insured for like
Oh right,
£50 million.
J-Lo's arse.
J-Lo,
No, but
Ugly
he would have
Betty
got, no, but
smile.
he would have got his money
Who's
from the
smile?
club, right?
You know, Ugly Betty, there was a show on TV called
Yeah,
Ugly
yeah.
Betty. She insured her teeth.
Did she?
Did
The
she?
braces thing, yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
But like with Matt Jansen, he'd have got his
I might
contract.
insure mine.
He would have had the initial contract paid up.
I know, but if he was insured, he probably could have been on for loads of money.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, he was probably one better for him to go, oh no, can't play anymore. No.
Yeah, maybe.
Poor lad.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, was he?
I feel like you've been sat on a very
I'm
serious
just
question.
gambling here.
Here we go. So the reason why you're all here.
The intervention can begin.
How's the Muslims are coming? How's that come about? And who started? Because you two are doing that, aren't you? The Muslims are coming,
Muslims are coming to with Altaf.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nothing to do with us.
isn't it?
No. So Altaf.
Assumed.
Yeah.
Well, they've both been on it twice, or 3 times.
Yeah.
I think.
So Altaf, top lad in Birmingham.
Yeah.
He started running a gig called Desi. Desi is what we call us. What we call Asians. It's called
Yeah.
Desi
Desis.
Yeah,
Central.
Desis.
Desis.
So there's a-
Desis.
Yeah, Desis.
What does that mean?
Des is anyone from the
That
Des.
is a word
So
for
Des
that.
is like land. Des means land.
Yeah.
So
In our language,
the
yeah.
land like of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh
Yeah.
is referred to as people who are Desi.
Right.
And we usually use that phrase.
Yeah.
So is that how you like just separate yourselves from the Chinese?
Yeah,
by
like
going,
with
we're
Desis.
not calling ourselves Asians because
Kind of, yeah. Desis are
they're one of
people
them
who are from
involved.
the Indian
Yeah.
kind of
So
Indian,
he
Pakistan,
started a
Bangladesh
gig
route.
called Desi Central.
Yeah.
At the Glee Club in Birmingham. Like
Yeah.
it was a one-off gig, did really well, and then he started putting that on more often.
Yeah, he kind of built the
And
Asian
over like
circuit.
10 years,
Yeah.
that has now become like over 100 gigs around the country. And so
Oh, wow.
he's got Desi Central, then he's got Muslims are coming, Indians are coming. He does a lot with some radio personalities, and so like it's like a sub-circuit.
Yeah.
Oh, sound. I thought that was the tour that you were doing.
No, so he like there's not that many Muslim comics of a certain level on the
Yeah.
circuit. So
Yeah.
Or-
Do you do the circuit much now?
yeah, I'm on it a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, fucking love it.
He just does
You
the
a
gigs that
tour?
you can't get on.
Yeah, but your tours. Wait, I was last night. I was doing a Manford
Fuck
gig
this
in.
episode. Been a load of shite anyway. He was late and now he's
Last night,
his dick about.
I was in Yarm last night doing a gig for Manford's. In Yarm
Yarm?
with Paul Sinner, Maisie Adams, and Jason Cook. Just be like, I'm proper on circuit.
What's that, Northeast Yarm?
Yeah, near Middlesbrough.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
To answer your question. Yeah, so there's a sub circuit that just like that we can get work on.
But in the Muslim comedy scene, there is this. Muslims are coming is growing
Yeah.
and getting bigger. There is the charity bit of the Muslim comedy scene as well, which has been established for a while, right?
Yeah, so what they do, so charities will book Muslim comics and they use it as a fundraising effort. So say there's 6 comics, 3 in the first section,
Yeah.
middle part is fundraising, and then three acts to close the
Yeah.
second half. And they can raise anywhere up to like 200 grand a night.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
Fuck
raise-
me.
So over a tour, so over a 15-date tour, they might raise like
Yeah.
$1 million to $2
Just
million.
donate.
So a charity will put on a tour.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Donations.
Yeah, from the audiences. But
200
the
grand.
proper guilt trip them. Like they do like the whole.
Yeah.
You know,
Because also
yes,
giving
yeah.
charity is a very important part
Yeah,
of
Muslim,
Islam,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
We're the biggest charity givers
Right,
per
yeah.
person in. the
Isn't
world.
giving to charity in Judaism a thing? I'm sure there's something like
You would ask the two Muslims about Judaism, yeah?
Yeah. Why?
Let me go on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
The Abrahamic Faith WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was just saying that I remember seeing something where there was
Probably.
a big thing.
It'd be most religions, right?
Yeah, it's in most religions, but it's giving charity is seen as a fundamental pillar of being Muslim. And so, yeah.
You do a lot of charity work, don't
and there's
you?
a lot of there's a lot of worthy causes.
I get paid to do a lot of charity work, yeah.
And a lot of worthy causes around the Middle East and
Yeah.
the Desi.
The
And Africa as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to ask something then, but
But they're
I'm actually scared. What is Palestine?
Palestine is in the Middle East.
The Middle
It's
East.
an Arabic country.
Right. So.
before we went into the Israel-Palestine thing.
Well, he mentioned Judaism, and I thought, fuck it, I'll just ask about
Let's do it.
Palestine.
See, leading the way.
Anything else on the issue?
Yeah, whatever ethnic-related issues you want to just clarify, we've got two experts.
Yeah.
So think about the Mexicans.
Yeah.
You just say it, I believe it.
Yes.
You say it, I believe it. I ain't questioning shit
what
like
is
I
it-
said.
What is interesting about the Muslim gigs, though, and like the charity gigs, there were quite specific
You
rules.
could come up with a really load of outlandish things about the Muslims. Say, I'm like, oh really? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. That's really great.
You got to sacrifice a lamb live on stage.
Yeah, they pay about $500,000 a spot. Oh really? That's
Well,
And Wazzy's like, I convert actually. It's not in the pot.
yeah.
$500,000.
But you've got to be, particularly the charity gigs, you've got to mind your P's and Q's. Not if any
You gotta censor
swearing.
yourself a lot.
I think now-
It's a fam. They're almost corporate gigs. Like it's
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
family.
There'll be
Remember
kids
you
in the
saying that,
audience.
literally like
Right.
2-year-olds running around.
Yeah.
So they're not easy.
And
When
Tez,
Muslims are coming gigs, the ones that we do for Altaf,
Yeah.
those are club gigs.
there's a club
Yeah,
gigs,
'cause
but even
when one was in Top Secret that I saw.
Yeah,
you
Top
were
Secret, Glee
Muslim
Club,
comedy.
Frog and Bucket. We
yeah,
were at
Ruffle
recently.
Comedy Club I did last night.
Yeah.
But
Was
you-
that
yeah, but you on the Muslim coming gigs, you can like swear a bit, but even then, the reaction of the audience, both
Yeah.
gigs I did in Birmingham and Derby, the whole front row were women wearing hijabs all across the front row.
Right.
So the engagement you do is different. The things you talk about, if you talk about sex, you've got to be very careful because the audience might not. They're not like,
Yeah.
They're not. They don't want a bit cheeky, fine, but not too
Yeah.
much blue.
not too much
Yeah,
blue.
yeah.
So I've worked very hard to try and learn how to negotiate those because I'm going from mainstream,
Yeah.
making you lot laugh.
Yeah.
Well, it must be hard, especially if you're doing one on a
This mob.
Sunday, Friday, Saturday, doing a weekend somewhere, and then coming into Sunday with the whole.
I'm not very blue, so I can kind of more. You sell it slightly differently.
Yeah.
I can just do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm not too blue. But Ishan's got a couple of bits that are a bit more blue, and
Yeah.
but he's got tons of stuff.
I'm
in
trying
it,
to
so you can,
I wouldn't say you were clean either, though. But then,
no, but cheeky though.
Maybe,
it's
yeah,
enough.
that's
It's
probably
fine
it,
enough.
yeah.
It's fair. It's
yeah,
And Ted is one of the few, I would say, amongst the Muslim comics who is able to fuck with the audience as much as he does. And
so
they
do you,
love it.
do you keep the same style?
oh yeah, oh
You
yeah,
also
yeah,
must
yeah,
be-
yeah,
you still
yeah,
be
yeah.
like-
The style's the same.
It's like you're comparing, even though you're not comparing, sort of thing.
Yeah. The style's the same. Yeah. And they love being laid into.
Yeah. And he's one of the best at it. Like, I love watching him do it.
Not my words.
So, no,
Just say, I was saying to Ishaan on the short
Perfect,
journey
well
here.
done.
Ishaan, was that
He
right?
nailed it, yeah.
Fucking get in there every time. Every time I go, I say to Ishaan, I'm thinking, oh, and I forgot again. I forgot again what it is.
Adam calls you Eshaan. Like, that's what he calls you,
yeah.
Eshaan. And
Eshaan.
I'm like, that's not.
Well, Adam's just got a lane and he's stuck in it. And
Yeah,
he's gone,
yeah,
that's just what he's doing.
yeah.
If I keep varying it up, it's like, is he just being an
I was just
arsehole?
why did you change it? You guys, it's too far now.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Okay.
It's too far. All right, yeah.
What have
so-
you set your stone as with the
Eshaan Akbar?
Ishaan.
Yeah.
Ishaan.
It's almost like you had a hiccup.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? But do it again.
Ishaan Akbar.
Ishaan Akbar. You did
Where's the
little
R
twist.
gone?
What?
You've lost the awesomeness.
Yeah, I'm
Ishaan
Scouts,
Akbar.
aren't I? Scouts, you've got the eye, don't we?
We're saying how
Well, allowed to be colloquial as well as
Oh, man.
I was just moaning about, well, not moaning, but I was moaning she wasn't there about that there's a lot of stand-up reels going about now. I
Yeah.
was getting a bit sad about them
Yeah.
because I can't bring myself to do them.
It is.
Oh, like the little clips and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
were you
Yeah,
filming yourself and all
I
that?
just-
started doing them. Yeah.
Have you? You feel like you've got it, don't you?
Yeah.
No, you absolutely have to, but I was just saying how,
That's how you grow an audience because no one gives a shit about your telly appearances.
Yeah.
It's
No.
it's
No
gone
one
now.
cares.
Yeah, it's gone. No one cares.
and it's just like, because this is my
There's too many
regular
comics who got
content.
them.
This is my regular content.
Yeah.
And it needs to be stand-up, doesn't it, really?
It does, because like,
And it's like,
Do you do stand up?
Another bit of big dick swinging there.
we did that gig together for
You
Can
did.
Comedy, and do you remember that one?
Yeah.
well, in 2015.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, that one. Who else was on? I think Andy Robinson was on, actually.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, I was thinking about that, thinking like that's what we've got to do now.
But it's a tricky thing because, like, sometimes I wonder
bring
whether there's
yourself
going to be an
to do it.
oversaturation. There has to be
It
at
is.
some
It's
point.
everything is just.
And maybe it's
a
because
clip of-
we follow those accounts that we see it all the time.
Yeah, we see it more than the average Joe does.
Yeah.
Because we follow all the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so since we've been on TikTok, there's people commenting saying, "Oh my god, the first podcast made me laugh." Like the funniest podcast, and I don't think. Sometimes you sit thinking, these don't know about have a word, and in my world, no one doesn't know about have a word. And it still shocks
I
me.
people on my stand-up is going, "Oh,
someone
finally
who
a stand-up
not know.
comic that's." And I'm like, "There's fucking loads."
Yeah.
But I was
Those
also
are people
saying,
that I know are doing stand-up clips like.
I was also saying to you, but when we started, it was you do 10 minutes on the Apollo, then you're an arena comic.
Yeah.
Now it's like 500 hours, and you might sell out a 50-seater 3 times. And also the fact that it's.
I mean, Paul Smith is the model.
Yes,
That is the ideal model.
Yeah, but then he's
there
probably
anywhere
got
else in the
more
country?
content online than anyone else.
Yeah. But he can go anywhere in the country and be invisible.
Yeah.
No, he
A
can't.
lot of places.
Honestly
Maybe not anymore.
can't.
Maybe not anymore. Maybe not anymore.
I've
I don't know, man. If he was in London, I don't know how many people.
So
Did you?
I'm getting into that world of Paul Smith now.
Nice, mate.
Like a night out with Paul Smith in Liverpool, game over.
Yeah.
But in London, I don't think he'd have the
Well,
same.
I've been to the UFC in London with him, and he literally an hour and a half of queues for selfies. He missed 4 different fights.
Wow.
He went to go to the toilet and was
Awful,
there for an hour and a half
Awful.
taking selfies with people. One person asked him, and then that was just it. Then, like maybe it's just his kind of audience, UFC. I don't know, but
Maybe that's interesting.
but like
that is interesting. I wouldn't. Yeah. Okay.
like,
Well, UFC, they're coming from all over the country as well, aren't they?
yeah. So like people don't understand just how
I
famous
took
he is.
Jason Manford to Wally Range to Sweet Centre, Chai Wallas, to get some chai and a bit of food, and we got one selfie
That it?
on Wally Range. Yeah.
And is Wally Range
Perfect.
quite an Asian area?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Is Wally Range where that market is?
Yes. No.
Right.
Yes,
There's a
but
famous
I think
market.
if you're not active on, like, no matter how famous you are, people stop caring about you. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're not,
Yeah. Like say, people don't care about TV anymore. 'Cause
Yeah.
People don't really watch it the way they used to watch it.
Is this why? Do you think that after a while people just start saying incendiary things just because they're like, I've got to stay famous? I'll
if you're not
just say
in
some-
the media,
Yeah, I
they're
think
not bothered.
They're probably
about you
notions
anymore.
like when we said before about your social interactions on social media. Well, they're probably taking that from their interactions on the street. And if that's dying down, they're thinking I'm not relevant anymore. How do we get that back?
If 2 kids saw like chunks on the street or someone who's on TV
Yeah.
virtually every single day, who are they going to go crazy over
Yeah,
chunks?
good
innit?
chunks,
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, no, that's what I was just thinking about the idea that you've now got to go to every single gig you do, set up a tripod with your
no, it's so
iPhone.
fucking-
That's
and
the
record
pain
yourself,
in the
You know
arse.
what?
then
It's-
edit
it's
it
the
and then
editing.
upload it,
It's
and
the
you're thinking,
editing
I
also.
can't do
And then the
this.
subtitles and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's wanting decent sound and like you say subtitles and all that. Like because I know is it Nigel Long? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking
He
smashed it,
he
man.
takes lapel mic with him everywhere now.
Does he?
So he has his own mic and whatever mic he's on the gig at.
Because the lapel mic's attached to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so he has decent sound because
Yeah,
apparently he's dead analytical and he's worked out
He's just the
when he has
Tesla of the stand-up
when he has
world,
spot
isn't he?
when he has spot on sound.
Slick.
They go from watching his videos for 15 seconds to 30 to 45 seconds. So if the sound shit, they'll just click off after 10 seconds.
All this, and
And
he's,
then you put our clip
he's from a
over
data
shite
science
sound.
He's
background.
literally a data analyst, isn't he?
He's a data
Data
analyst.
scientist,
That's
yeah.
that's yeah.
That's what I mean. So we study the data, whereas like how many of us are just fucking going, I'll put it out, fuck it.
The thing is, even if I knew that, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
It's just the effort
If I
to-
knew that, I'd be like, oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And then do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like we were discussing.
I'm not a doctor because I didn't want to read loads of shit in passing. I'm not.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the reason
not-
you're not a doctor.
No,
yeah.
but like it's the same reason why I never even entertained the idea of it. I got into this when it was 10 minutes on the Apollo and you're an arena comic.
Yeah,
I go,
yeah.
right, you can promise me I'll get 4 million next year by doing 10 minutes on the Apollo. I'll come up with an hour by the end of that next year. I've then got to come up with 5 hours of content plus 500 hours of podcasting to do 4 shows at 200 seats. I ain't got that in me.
Yeah.
Tap
But that's
out.
the thing, isn't it? It's all the stuff that, as a comic now, you've got to be thinking about and doing.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I feel like you spend.
It's not enough to be funny anymore.
Yeah, even
We're
just coming up
lazy
with
fuckers.
Everyone's fucking funny.
We've tried to
Doesn't matter.
carve out
That's
a
the
way. But that's what I said to you actually about like when we were on the Apollo when we started it, we didn't know about comics who'd been on the circuit for 15 years.
Yeah.
It just never even entered my head. There was
Yeah.
something, like
Yeah.
you see them and you go like, oh, they've been doing that for 15 years, and then you're thinking, were they going like, oh, I'm never gonna get it, I'm not gonna put me on. But now it's like, well, now you can do it yourself. It's like, oh, it's hard work. Like, so it's kind of like you'd be moaning the fact that there's one guy out of your whole year group that gets on and is now an arena comic. and the rest of them are just plugging around clubs and clubs.
The thing is, though, now
They earned a living back then, though.
Yeah, I suppose that's the difference.
And their corporate gigs and all that. Like,
They did earn a good chunk. Yeah. Yes, that's probably another thing. The fact that you could be a circuit comic back then, but then you also earn a decent wage.
And you didn't pay tax on half of it.
it's hard now.
Now it's just like.
But also, it's like the
race to the bottom.
Now, because you can build an audience online, you can just play to your audience as a funny person. Forget being a stand-up. And look, so much of stand-up is about playing to strangers and making them laugh.
That's what I love.
Well, yeah, right.
I love
but
that
now
one
it's
night
like,
stand.
well, what is it? I want to be able to just play to my fans. Where do I get those fans
I want the
from?
strangers to go, who the fuck's this guy?
You want these fucking stags and hens?
I do. Part of me, like, I'm because Rose got the same attitude. I'd never lead the circuit, even if I was touring, because I love the circuit. That sort of like, the attitude.
What's going to happen?
Like,
when I go to Earl Shilton and die on my arse, that's the woof. This isn't how it usually goes.
Yeah.
That bit, that's the night of the fans go and they just love you. It's like, this is like, what can I say to not make you laugh?
To be fair though, we've never played the gigs where your fans go. So let's play one first and then make our mind up.
I've seen comics play it, mate. It doesn't look very fun.
Where do most people listen to? Where your audience is it Liverpool? Most of the audience.
Don't know.
Actually, Iran. We're popular.
Yeah,
we are, aren't we?
Very popular in there.
Another one.
Just comes up Desai.
Very nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never checked. Like, I don't look at the stats.
I've never checked.
Nigel would know.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, I can't bring myself. If I start going down that rabbit hole, I'm scared of who I'll become.
What?
Why?
Just like because I think at that point I think when you start, for me, I
want to know where they listen. Maybe not like age and all that. But where are they from?
For me,
I don't want to know.
Really?
No. I don't like fans.
I know
they scare me.
We've got a decent following in America, which surprised me.
Oh, nice.
America's our second biggest country after UK.
Shout out to all our American homies.
Put your guns away.
Hey, don't say that about them.
Stop doing that to black people, please.
The problem is they're all fucking miles away, aren't they?
So what you want?
If that 1,000 of you that download every week could be in one place, we'd fly them, but they're all spread out. You cunts.
Why don't you go over to America and do a little show?
Because they're all spread out.
Because America's a continent.
Oh, look who's doing continents now. Sorry, white continent is it?
Yeah. Continent.
Those TikTok videos where they ask American kids like where different places are.
Oh, it's so funny.
They're like, where's France? And they're like, I don't know. Like, they don't know where anything is.
And
like,
it's mad,
so
isn't it?
Funny.
I don't know how that's
so
possible.
dumb. I don't know how you can function like that. Like,
it's
not knowing basic stuff like that.
I think that when I watch them, and then sometimes I think, do we know where everywhere is because we like colonized everywhere though? So we just know where everywhere because we owned it. So it's like I know where my car is right now because I fucking own it.
I know stuff because of the UEFA Cup and the Cup Winners' Cup back in the 90s.
Yeah,
that's why I know where stuff is.
Football, okay.
Football's a big one. Like,
yeah.
But also,
I don't know much at all about anything.
But do you ever do this when you meet someone from another country and you try and remember a footballer to try and build a bridge with this person?
Yeah, someone's like, Spain, we're from Madrid.
Ramos.
Yeah.
Latvia.
Big Barcelona fan.
I met a girl who's from Latvia.
Duty was underrated, wasn't he?
Marian Pramas. Yeah, very good.
Latvia. Tell me about Riga.
See, Lafayette's I've got a favourite porn star from Lafayette, so I'm straight in with that.
You got a favourite porn star?
I don't know, from Lafayette. I've got a favourite porn star from everywhere.
Who's your
Top 3 Latvian porn stars go.
Who is your favourite porn star?
Wholesome.
Yeah, I don't know.
But go on.
Who is my favourite?
I don't have a favourite porn star.
I think probably Ava Adams. She's up there.
Do you have a favourite porn star?
Yeah. Lana Rhodes.
What's his name?
Hey. Lana Rhodes is my favourite.
Yeah?
Oh, actually, yeah.
Now that you mention it.
Oh, yeah.
Is she going out with Mike something? Or?
Yeah.
Right, that's how I know her.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was like a smackhead, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's going out with this porn star.
Yeah.
Is he still going out with her?
I don't know if they're still going out.
Oh, the fella from
Jake Paul. Yeah, look, his missus.
Oh, I thought that's not Lana Rhodes, is it? Is that Lana Rhodes?
Lana Rhodes, I think it is, yeah.
Imagine how many people are going to start
She's a blonde one who had an
OnlyFans. Lana Rhodes, yeah.
Latvian
Sorry, what were you going to say?
By 1 out of 14, they'll all have the cock in their hand.
OnlyFans.
No. Yeah. Who knows? I can't, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's who
Shouts out Lolly Badcock from back in the day.
Who?
Lolly Badcock, innit? From Babe Station. Shout her out.
Right. Have you ever looked to see if she's still like got videos knocking
I
about?
dread to think.
Have you?
In fact, interesting thing, there was a Babe Station girl called Rio Lee, right?
Yeah.
And then I went on. I got her on Twitter.
Yeah.
Fuck me, she's fucked.
No.
What did you expect?
No way.
What did you expect?
No.
A girl who gets on
Wait, shut up. Go on.
gets in front of a camera, holds the phone like this, might be a bit.
What are her views on Brexit?
No, you want to watch it? It was fucking great. Like it's like, whoa, she's gone. Like just when you get Rio Lee on Twitter, which you might delete it or not, but
like a grifter, or like she believes in it.
it was just like a breakdown on because I was like,
Well, like Britney Spears shaving her head, or like Brexit means Brexit.
What kind of
I
breakdown?
can't describe what it was.
Take our country back like that.
Yeah.
No, just bizarre. Just go on. It
Okay.
was just bizarre. And it was
Okay.
just like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, where she was living? Like, what
And
she
you're,
was
and you're
saying?
like, I need to call her to make sure she's okay.
I did feel like maybe now's my chance.
Suddenly she's attainable.
Yeah.
Did you feel about it how I felt watching that Jake the Snake Roberts documentary going, oh man, your life has gone south?
Back south.
Which?
I thought you'd know what was
Yeah, I know it.
about.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
I know Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
The King,
like,
Jake the Snake Roberts.
he had a doc. There was a doc about like following his life, and it was fucking sad, man.
It went sad. Yeah.
Why? What
He died
happened?
in the- Just boy, that fucking laughs hard on the road, you know.
Oh, yeah,
It's
but
like- it's fucking
all the
wrestling.
painkillers and all that.
Wrestler.
Wrestlers.
Yeah,
fucking-
wrestling.
yeah.
Jake, the one with the snake. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Doing the Ultimate
he
Warrior,
he bring the
Mr.
snake out
Perfect
and, like,
era.
It'd bite people.
Wrestling, mate.
Mr. Perfect.
His
Stone
snake would-
Cold, The Rock,
His snake would
Undertaker,
bite
Kane.
people.
That's it. Jake the Snake ain't.
That is mental that they allowed that.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, but wrestling back then was fucking great though.
What
Yeah.
era was he? Hulk Hogan?
Yokozuna.
Yeah, when Undertaker first came,
Oh, yeah,
that
Undertaker.
Yokozuna, that sort of era.
Yeah.
Like the tail end of the Warrior. That
Yeah,
era. Like
yeah.
A bit before your time.
early
Before our
to
time.
mid 90s.
Yeah.
When you were WCW then.
We were the Rock and
He
Stone
was-
Cold,
yeah,
weren't we?
ECW and WCW then.
Kurt
And then he
Angle.
goes to WWE,
Yeah.
like, he just switched
So
around.
I was
Macho Man.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Who was he's just a sexy boy.
Heartbreak Kid,
Sexy.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Heartbreak Kid.
Rikishi.
And Rikishi.
I don't know why I'm looking at you when I said that.
Hey,
Come on.
It's because he's
Sorry,
fat.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Scotty,
It's 'cause he's
Scotty,
ethnic.
Scotty too hotty.
Good. The worm.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He sounds for he's a British wrestling company now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's living in Britain now. Scott Tuati.
And who's the other
Too
guy?
hot.
Is it
that
like
he-
when Phil Neville went to Everton? Is he like the best? Is he the best one?
Rikishi, Scotty too hotty, and it was a Grandmaster too sexy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that the trio?
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah.
What were they called? Too cool.
Too, Grandmaster too sexy, Scotty too hotty.
Yeah, what was the
and-
trio called? The other
Oh,
gang
I
name,
don't
didn't
know. The Rikishi bum drop.
he? That was so funny. When he used to
Stink
watch
face or something.
Stink face.
They were called Too Cool or something.
I remember getting obsessed with Generation X.
Yeah.
X-Pac,
TJ,
Road
suck
Dogg.
it.
Yeah.
Just going around school, giving it all of that.
wrestling. He's fucking dropping them all now. He's giving it
Oh,
all
no,
of that.
oh,
Yeah.
mate, early
He's dropping it all of
noughties.
that
I
now.
do know because I remember my mate loved it, and then I was just on a crusade just saying it's fake. Do you know what I mean? One of them when it went, you know, there was that big argument: is it real or is it fake? And then it'd be like it's fake.
I was like, yeah, but so are all the films that I love.
Yeah, no. Obviously, I came round to it. Then
What age did you stop? What, like,
Stop.
yeah? You still,
Who said
You don't go
Stop.
to a black wrestling
Yeah, who
event
said I
at Guildhall, do you?
Stop
You
what?
can't do that.
No, I'm not. I don't watch it now, but I'm still like I know who the champions are.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
But like I know who's on top in like
right.
I mean, I think if you're into,
But I stopped watching
you
it
know,
around about
yeah.
like 2005. 6.
I stopped watching it kind of after Chris Benoit died.
Oh, that was sad.
I was like, so
that was yeah.
it was so horrible, that whole thing.
He killed himself, didn't he?
Yeah.
And his kid
And
and
his
his
kids
mum
and his
kids.
Yeah.
Well,
Didn't Eddie Guerrero do the
It
same?
was a murder
No,
suicide.
Eddie Guerrero just died.
He
Eddie Guerrero.
steroids,
That
wasn't he?
Oh, he was
part-
dead,
but that
that
was
one,
part,
yeah,
that was part of
yeah.
the spiral though.
Yeah, yeah.
Led Chris Benoit to like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
The Eddie Guerrero one was sad.
That was
It
sad
was
too.
so fucking good.
But then his wife became a heel.
Yeah,
Do you remember this?
I mean, she became the breadwinner, innit?
Yeah.
Well,
Do you mean his actual wife or not?
Yeah.
Oh,
China?
his actual wife,
His
yeah,
actual
yeah.
wife.
They brought her in as like
She
a,
got-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to make
Chavo
some money.
Guerrero. His
Chavo
brother on it.
Guerrero.
Yeah.
Shavo what?
Shut up.
I remember once. And then she was,
It's like you go scuba diving.
Chavo,
What the fuck's that?
That's what you said.
You made.
You went Chavo.
Yeah, I just like saying it like that. All right, fuck off. I don't need this shit anymore. Yeah, I just like Chavo. It's just a bit of fun. A bit of light-hearted fun.
I went to watch. When they came years ago. They were at the O2 Arena. I went to watch it with some mates, and Chavo was playing. I don't know what the word is.
Rey Mysterio.
Wrestling. And
Stop just saying.
I think it was fighting like
Chris Jericho.
Christian was the face at that time. He was a good guy, and Chavo was the bad guy. And like I was putting Chavo just to be fucking contrary to the audience.
Yeah.
And then Christian won, and I went, "Oh, it's almost like it's fixed or something." and there were a couple of lads behind me, and just one of them to the other. Well, we know it's predetermined, but that doesn't mean that there's no merit to it. And I was like, oh no, lads.
We know it's predetermined.
Lads.
This is. I think
can't
that's when
get
I
involved with.
I stopped watching it when. I
Sorry,
was like,
you just named all these wrestlers.
Right, I'll accept like WWE's The Rock, Stone Cold, but when it's the black ones in the Guildhall, I go,
oh, okay. When
I
you're
think
watching
that's
Sunday League football equivalent of wrestling.
Yeah.
I think that's better.
yeah, I respect them doing it, but I look at it and go, like,
The open mic of wrestling.
Yeah.
it's just like, oh,
Yeah, but sometimes you want to see the pain, don't you? Like when you go and watch
When you
open mic,
hear
you're
it
like,
and you're like,
oh,
fucking hell,
fucking
that
remember when
sound like
That'd be a
it.
character I'd watch, like an open mic comedian who's a wrestler.
Doing wrestling.
who's a wrestler?
Yeah.
What? Which way round though?
Yeah.
Like in the wrestling,
Get on the mic,
and he's
like,
an open mic comedian.
Get on the
Dude.
mic. What do you do for a living?
Who's drinking? Boom! And it's his finisher. Then he got off the bus.
His finisher would be like a Madeline McCann
Doing
joke or something.
RKO, and then you go, boom.
And that was the teacher.
So I said, get out, Dad.
So funny.
That will be good before his finish.
You could be the wrestler, you could be called the comedian.
3 or 4 jokes.
That could be, the comedian.
No, you got to be called the open mic. Don't as tar us all with that same brush.
So
I'd actually love to see a wrestler do comedy, but not a proper one, not one of the nerd ones who like wrestling. Like someone stays in
There is
character.
a bit of a crossover between
does,
them.
like shows.
He's done some one-man shows, yeah. He stopped calling them stand-up.
Smallman fucked stand-up off, didn't he, just to do the focus on that?
I reckon Stone Cold would have been good at stand-up.
Yeah, but
Like
no,
Bill Burr.
but it
Like
needs to
Bill
stay.
Burr.
He needs to
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
in character though. I don't want. I don't come.
Yeah.
I don't want to come out of character and be like, oh yeah, I used to be Mick Foley, and then doing an hour show about
Mark Calloway.
the stories they have. I want
The
to
Rock would
come
have
on.
been The Rock would have been.
I want to be as mankind.
You
man.
want mankind
The
to
Rock
be
would have been a
stand
good
up.
sock.
Yeah,
The Rock would have been a good MC.
Yeah. Right.
And the next jabroni come to the stage.
Yeah.
The Rock would have had a clip like Kane Brown. Shut up!
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Yeah. What's your name? It doesn't matter. It's just so funny.
And then it goes, the whole audience knew what was coming.
Yeah, no.
But they are stand-up skills they've got though.
Yeah. Oh, massive performance skills.
And also like we're used to quiet rooms. Like those are noisier when they're on the mic speaking. Like there's so much fucking noise.
Yeah.
And you just have to like speak above it.
Yeah.
Like speak over it.
You look like you're really pensive.
He's unhappy about it.
You're not happy about this chat, are you?
Semi need a piss, but
we've got 5 minutes left.
have we?
I also need a piss. I'll join.
5 minutes.
I need a piss.
Because he's
too.
got to get the train.
Fuck off.
What time do you
That's what
train?
I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fuck off.
What time do you train?
8:40.
Where?
London.
Oh, I thought you were going to Lancaster.
No, that would have been lovely, but no.
I was going to ask something, but I've forgotten.
Come on, we've got 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes goal.
5 minutes
Come on.
of.
Just count it down.
Yeah.
Just pressure.
Was he like,
Remember it?
oh.
Well, you said you're going to ask something.
There's a chance. Ask the Asians. There's a
I've
chance.
been having a good question. I thought,
What do you want to know?
I missed the boat now, and then I have to wait, and then I forgot it again. I said
that
this
a
all,
joke
which is
about
why
Ishan's-
I often interject with a
was that
question.
boat coming out about Ishan's dad
Which?
missing the boat?
What are you on about?
Because his dad came on the boat. There's the boat now.
That's the alarm to say 5 minutes.
There was something.
Did your dad come over on a boat?
The dinghy.
Has he still got it?
So quick.
Rubber dinghy rapids, bro.
No, my dad, my mum and dad were on the plane generation.
Are they?
Yeah.
Hack.
Same with mine. Yeah.
Easy life. Easy life.
Bougie life.
Yeah.
No, I'm out of the question. I haven't got it.
You're out of the question game.
I bet you as soon as
What do you want to know about white people?
We fucking see on TV all the time.
Yeah.
as soon as I press that button, I know what I wanted to ask.
Do you wear shoes in the house?
Do I wear shoes in the house?
Do you use
Yeah,
shoes?
I
Not you specifically, but use.
Use white people generally.
Oh, generally, I think it depends on the white. It depends on middle class or working class. Working class people tend to wear shoes in the house, I think.
Working class people tend to wear shoes in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even upstairs in the bedrooms.
Oh, I don't
Everywhere,
know.
mate. They just never take shoes off. Shower, bath, swimming.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
always in
Church.
shoes.
When you're in the mosque egging it, they wear shoes then.
Yeah, shoes then.
I
Always.
don't wear shoes now, but I get almost bollock when I go home. I like literally take my top off. Top off, house shorts on. Nothing else
Do
on.
white people ever complain about the food that they get when they go to like an event, like a party or something, like a mate's house or something? Do they ever complain about the food?
Oh, only on the sly though.
Okay.
Like Asian weddings, like it could be the most extravagant, luxurious, amazing location
Oh,
wedding of all time.
Yeah.
But if they don't like the food,
It's
it was a
shit wedding.
Oh,
It doesn't matter about anything.
Yeah, you get points from. I had a good buffet on my christening, my lad's christening, and I still get props for it.
And
now,
what was in the buffet?
What?
What was in the buffet?
It was like
He's about to judge you hard.
loads of shumais and like Chinese stuff and that, like loads of good hot stuff. Like you know, but not your standard sandwiches and stuff like that.
Not party rings and.
No, yes.
No, like hot
There's
shumais,
time and a place for that.
some ribs
Yeah.
and salt pepper chips and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, nice, yeah,
So
yeah.
like, I got some good props on that. I think Ro turned up, had the buffet, and then fucked off. And texted me about the buffet about 3 times since. But yeah, so buffets do get judged. Like you gotta have a good buffet.
I went to a wedding.
I hate when I go to people's parties and you know they've done the buffet themselves or that.
Interesting.
It's just a bit
I
like,
went to a wedding once with an ex, and they served basically finger food buffet,
yeah.
sandwiches and that. And I was like, cool. But that was it. There was no other food.
Yeah.
No hot option, no.
No, that was
Wasn't a dinner.
That's-
That was tea.
Right,
That was
in
it.
working class,
And I was
white
like- I was
people,
like-
you are judged for that.
I was like, what is
Right.
this?
You've got to have a big curry or a big like scouse or something. If you don't have a hot option, then you're a scumbag. Like, you're a minge. You're like,
A friend of mine was doing a flat warming,
yeah,
and he said, "Come over. I made lunch."
yeah.
Went for lunch.
Sausage rolls.
No, he's quite middle class. So we had a lovely baguette, like from the
Yeah.
local French bakery, some cheese
Yeah.
and carrot and coriander soup, and that was it.
And then Eshaan was like waiting for the mains to come out.
Yeah, but you just said it was a flat warming. And then he said, come over for lunch.
Yeah, he's come over for lunch.
Certainly was a flat warming.
It's not a flat warming.
Is that lunch?
No, and then we had the flat warming afterwards, but he wanted to give me a special lunch beforehand.
What did you serve at the flat warming? Just like
Yeah,
some
what's
pottery?
the second point then? You
He
can't
didn't
judge
serve
him.
it.
Was it like a bread? Was it like a cheese?
No, he didn't serve
selection?
food at the flat warming. We then ordered pizza.
Did he pay for that?
No.
What the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
you gotta pay for it.
Why, when you're working, if you're in work, if it's my birthday, why do I have to buy the cake?
Yeah, we don't do that.
We don't do that. Why am I buying cake on my birthday?
Yeah,
I don't know, it's just always been a thing. 'cause
Why?
you-
How?
I don't subscribe to any of these things.
What do you
don't-
subscribe to?
Whiteness?
Whatever.
Why don't you have best men? You don't have best men or anything like that?
We do. We have groomsmen.
Yeah.
You told me they
we
never.
have like an overall best.
So the
man, but yeah,
wedding's gone for
groomsmen.
like mad time as well.
Like,
Yeah, a long time. A few days. Because different
yeah.
no, isn't the Indian one that goes on for like 5 days? Or is
I ain't gonna go there.
Culturally,
Desi.
it's the same though.
it a cultural
It's a
thing?
Desi-
Is
it's a
it?
Desi thing.
Desi,
Is it?
Desi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ask what I'm not willing to ask.
Which is what?
I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have known when you went like what the Indian wedding is.
Well, because I know Indian one, Indian goes on for like a good 5 days sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all South Asian weddings
But
tend
this
to go on.
the
Is
new
it?
generation don't want that though.
Don't
Yeah,
they?
just 1 or 2 days max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Imagine it's hard work, that though.
It's expensive as well.
expensive.
Yeah.
Like back then, what you spend on a day now, they spread over like 5 days.
The
Wait.
average cost of an Asian wedding is £37,500.
Jesus.
Right, the average cost of a
average
British
cost.
wedding 16, like a white wedding 16.
What the
so
fuck do you have?
what?
I thought it's like 20. For
No, it's like 16.
There's no way Paul's was that much.
Oh, Paul's was. I know how much Paul's
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
I was more than an Asian, so that was too much.
The average Asian.
Yeah, the average Asian.
It wasn't fucking nice though.
Beautiful.
We ever had an Asian wedding abroad? Would that be proper frowned
But
upon?
as in you're going to marry your cousin back home abroad, yeah.
No, I mean
You know,
like
I
As in a
didn't have one in
you
Asia.
wouldn't have a destination
No,
wedding,
you
would
Like
you?
Santorini.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't go like Bahamas or something.
But
Or
a bunch
like-
of Asians turning up in Santorini.
I've not seen one yet.
yeah.
Because
Would that be like so
I
frowned
think-
because
I
your
think-
aunties can't go sort of thing?
No,
so
because
like-
our generation is starting to do that because they can filter out. They just,
That.
yeah. And
That I
also,
see
like,
that.
there'll be, Tez doesn't have this problem, but certainly I've got friends who, like, they have debauched behaviour
yeah.
that they don't want their families to be privy to.
Right.
So they'll have a friend destination wedding where 20 or 30 of their closest mates who can all get fucked up in Santorini go and do that.
Right.
And then they come back and do like a really nice cultural wedding. And
I find it bizarre that you have to keep that a secret.
It's not a secret, but you just don't want your mums to see it.
I don't want my dad. I don't want to drink in front of my
You didn't
dad.
have a girlfriend because you didn't want to get asked if you had a girlfriend by your mum and dad. So that's like a similar thing.
That's really funny.
You wouldn't speak to girls because you don't want your mum to go, you got a girlfriend, have you? And then you go, leave me alone.
And I blame them for the way I've turned out.
You've turned out fine.
They should have been more open about the birds and the bees. It shouldn't have been a sin.
Yeah, but you can't have a go at them and you wouldn't have a girlfriend because of it. Like, it shouldn't be a secret.
Yeah, because it's just, I think a lot of people have that. You get that, you fancy that person, do you?
We had that at school, at school.
Don't fancy anyone.
Yeah.
The most unorthodox thing I've seen at an Asian wedding is a few years ago, a friend of mine got married, and usually we don't really do like you invite for the day or you invite for the evening.
Yeah, you're just invited.
You're just invited. There's too many people to do too much admin for by doing it that way.
Who sorts the admin out of where people are staying? Because
we don't have that.
No, but like when I've had the taxi, I've done
the weddings in London is like
I've done a few like Indian weddings where it's like, and you can just tell this family is fuming because they've got two aunties and the mum, and they're like staying with them for some other cousin's wedding. It's like,
that'd be a whole different thing. But the thing I saw,
so like who would be in charge of who's going where, sort of thing.
The thing I saw for this at this Asian wedding is people were invited for the day, but they had times.
Yeah.
And they put like from 8 p.m. Friends only.
Yeah.
And I've never
that's a bit.
As in sending the oldies home.
It's a bit of
So they had the whole like the ceremony.
Yeah.
They had food. And then from 8 p.m, they specifically said this is for friends only, basically meaning
to get debauched. As in all the oldies fuck off.
You're not going to like what you're going to see. So
the friends.
They should have called it after party.
They didn't because they wanted to keep it in the same venue.
That's what they should have said.
Yeah.
They should have just called it after party then. And then just like, you're like, you know what that means. Man.
Yeah. So all the uncles and aunties leaving.
Only
but then my
friends.
dad was like, no, I'll stay. And I was like, I don't know how to tell my dad.
No.
That you don't want to.
Things going to get messy now.
Yeah. So, it's interesting.
Yeah, if and when I get married, I'm going to have like a shisha thing afterwards.
You're going to have a shisha after party,
after party, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Tunes and that.
Or go somewhere else to do it?
No. Well, it depends where it is, innit? Hopefully in the same place.
Yeah.
Because shisha will come to you.
Oh, yeah.
Not on its own, but,
the
blokes will bring it.
See, what I'd want to do, knowing me, I'd probably, if I were to get married, have like the have a word day.
Yeah.
Where we can do like the crazy debauch stuff.
I was going to say,
and then have the family.
Would you want to have a stag do? Is there any from the English culture?
If my friends want to have a stag do, I have one, but I wouldn't be like, you got to arrange me a stag do.
No, but it doesn't even have to be like a debauch thing. But would you want to just think, you know what?
I'd be happy with a nice meal and around a crazy golf.
Did I ever tell you the stag plan I'd made for my brother? But he got divorced before I could do it. So, but my brother had a Muslim wedding.
Stag.
He had a Muslim wedding, and then before we can have the reception.
That's enough of this. You can't get divorced before the wedding.
So as in they had the
no, that's enough for me. That's enough. No, I'm out. Never again. This.
No.
There's no logic there. Fuck off.
So what? Go on.
So basically, they had the Muslim ceremony, and then a year later they were going to have the reception because his ex-wife was from America, so they were going to all come over. Blah blah blah. Anyway, and then COVID happened. Blah blah blah. So anyway, the plan was to have a stag before the big reception.
Yeah.
And the stag plan I had, I still think is one of the greatest plans ever. The plan was, we were going to go to Berlin, 15 of us.
Yeah.
The Reeperbahn.
I do love Berlin.
That's Hamburg.
Berlin's fucking awesome.
And it was going to be a really debauched few days.
Shouldn't go to Berlin for that. Come on.
Huh?
Well, if you're going to go to Berlin for a debauched few days, it's a massive gay scene.
That too.
Fine.
So
you want to go to Hamburg if you're going to go somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Like, not Berlin, but okay.
Anyway, we were going to go to Berlin, have a nice time, go to Germany.
Shit all over us.
And then on the way back at the airport.
That's why you need white people to be like, wait, where's the go?
On the way back at the airport, because there would have been 15 of us.
Yeah.
14 of us were going to be flying direct back to London, except my brother, who was going to be given a ticket via Mecca to cleanse him of his sins and make him do Umrah, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just to me, you're going, I'm like,
that's nice. And so he was most likely.
I want to do that for a honeymoon.
Go to Umrah for a honeymoon.
As in the first bit, go to.
Yes.
If you go to your honeymoon, go to Mecca first.
Yeah.
And you start a new life together.
Yeah.
Clean slate together.
Yeah.
and then go to your
And see, and
then
so,
go to your
but
destination.
you
Why is it classed as a clean slate in Mecca?
Because things have
Because once you go
happened.
to Mecca and perform the,
I know every Muslim should go there once, shouldn't he, in their life, sort of thing.
so that's for the Hajj. So going to Mecca, there's a peak season, which is
Yeah.
Hajj, which is you do once, at least once in your lifetime.
and that's
Expensive
a
then,
fundamental
though,
pillar
If
of
you can afford
Islam.
it,
Yeah.
only if you can afford it.
Yeah.
And then, but the rest of the time you can go anyway, and that's kind of off peak. And
Yeah.
that's called, so the main one's called the Hajj. You do once in your life.
Yeah.
You can go on Umrah, which you can go any other time of the year.
Yeah.
But that's also really nice to go on as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of
That when you had a really heavy one, you go
like
a bit of
counts like as a minor pilgrimage.
What was the sort of difference between it, sort of thing?
So the Hajj is like once in your. You don't have to go on Umrah. Umrah's like
No, but I mean, like, what is it? Like, because you're saying a clean slate, so is it like confessional sort of thing? Like,
Well,
like Christians
Some
once you've
bad
done
things have
confession,
happened
like-
and you need to get
it's
them
like
gone.
maybe not the right word and stuff, but you kind of almost want to. You go to the home of your religion,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
you're kind of praying for each other for a fresh start. And
Yeah.
stuff. So it's almost
Right.
like it's a clean state, like not literally, but
Yeah.
as in like
Yeah.
metaphorically.
Right.
You know.
so-
But the difference is, of course, you would have gone and you want to do that as a honeymoon sober.
Yeah.
My brother was most likely going to be on acid,
yeah, I was going to say,
On
he'd be
the flight.
absolutely hanging.
trying to sober up before he gets there. That was the plan, but we didn't do it in the end.
Yeah.
He's not happy now. But yeah, we didn't do it in the end because I got divorced anyway. So God, scuppered the plan.
Can you go to Mecca as like a tourist or?
You can go to Saudi. You can go like
Another
you can't
one
go
do
there.
Mecca.
Honestly,
No, because like you,
honestly,
special.
there's too many people for it.
is that what it is?
You can't have fucking Jurgen there in his shorts going, oh yeah. Oh.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because like
Yeah,
you,
good. You can't. There's no room.
Clean slate! Clean slate!
There's no room for it. No. So it's it's no infidels allowed. No infidels allowed.
no infidels allowed, so.
Fees.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think like
infidels.
the
Because I've been to Vatican.
There's like a radius of like I think it's like a 2 or 3 mile radius where the
Yeah.
centre is.
Yeah.
So within that radius,
Yeah.
yeah, no infidels allowed.
No, if it, like Ladypool Raid in Birmingham. No,
No infidels allowed.
no infees allowed.
What how would they know? Something like
Oh, they'd know.
Visa checks, innit?
Look at you.
yeah, like you know me. Well, there's white Muslims.
Why
Like,
you asking?
what? I just,
No, you apply for visas. You can't just rock up.
So you apply for visas to go to Mecca?
And then you have to do. You know how there's a
It's like a
citizenship-
questionnaire sort
You know,
of
there's like
thing?
a UK
Yeah.
citizenship test. There's like a Mecca
Is
entry
there?
test. Yeah.
Is it real or you wind them up?
No, it's real.
Right. Oh, sorry.
They ask you a key question. No, they don't.
Yeah, see?
Because I thought he'd go with it, but he just.
Yeah, he's having like that's blasphemy to him.
Yeah.
No, I just want to know, like, how would
No,
you know?
you got when you apply for a visa. Obviously, I think yeah, if you probably had an English, because you don't have to change your name if you convert. People do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can literally, if you convert,
You can be Rob
Yeah.
Thomas.
be
Yeah.
Rob Thomas.
You can even be
But then
Jesus.
you probably need a reference or something.
Yeah.
You probably go to somewhere that they approve of. Just going, can you just double check that this guy's legit?
yeah.
Like a legit convert.
Yeah.
Revert, actually.
Why? Because your class is coming back.
Yeah. See, he gets it. Rob gets
He
it.
gets it. Rob gets it.
Rob gets it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'll try me
But
best.
I'm your dad, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Got to
like-
keep your dad status.
right. So
Can't be knowing about religion.
let's wrap it up on
What
that
did you grow up as
educational
Catholic?
point.
I think so.
What do you mean you fuck? What do you
Have
mean?
you been, have you been
think so?
christened?
Yeah.
Do you know the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah.
Our Father who art in heaven.
Yeah, but you know the Lord's Prayer just
Thy
because that's
kingdom
rammed
come,
down your
thy will
face.
be done.
Oh, Church
on
of
earth
England
as it is
school?
in heaven.
Well,
Give us
Church
this
of
day our
England
daily bread and
school.
forgive us our trespasses. Lead us not
Please
into
forgive those who trespass against
I
us.
used to belt out those hymns at primary school.
Yeah, the belters.
I also know
That's how they get you, though, innit?
the God grant me the serenity to accept the things, but the courage to know the difference because of a 50-cent lyric.
Right.
That's how I know that one.
Right.
Isn't that a
Sound.
gambling one?
Let's wrap it up.
The gamblers say when you the Gamblers Anonymous.
Let's wrap it up. Ask him.
You have to say that prayer at the beginning of the God grant me the serenity to accept the things
Really?
cannot change, but the wisdom to know the difference.
Is that
yeah.
true?
When I went
what?
to Gamblers Anonymous, yeah.
You never went to
Oh, yeah, it's all religious. Alcohol's Anonymous, all that. It's all religious.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's
Well,
religious. Do you not see the FA Cup? Abide with me, and then they have a go at us with booing us. It's like fucking
No, but I
the
didn't
front
realise
three are Muslim.
alcohol, AA and GA is NA the
GA's
same as well?
Crack and laugh.
Why is it called 12 steps? One for every apostle.
Fuck off.
I'm not.
No, they're not.
It's one for every
Alcohol's
apostle.
Anonymous is Christian.
In the basement of a church.
That's why it's 12 steps.
Cup of tea and a biscuit and
I
that.
feel like you're all taking the piss.
No, AA is Christian.
Wednesdays, custard creams is right.
Okay, fuck off. Listen.
Right. Go on.
Use your life savings on the
on.
roulette and go get some party.
I want to see Waz get your name right when he says anything to.
Right, okay, anything to promote. Eshaan Akbar.
Just check. Let's go on my website, eshaanakbar.com. Got loads of fun gigs coming up, and a particularly fun gig with that man. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Tell us,
And then
tell us.
Terry Ilyas.
Thank you very much. So I'm going on tour. Another one.
Oh.
There is no
This one's a
opposition
book
on
tour,
the
though,
Genius
innit?
Switch.
Yeah, well, it's a comedy tour.
This feels like a cop out tour.
Tez
I've got to
talk.
be honest.
Can I sell it?
Okay.
No, it's a fucking cop out.
Yeah, no, it'll be brilliant. But it feels like you've gone. I'll just do 40 minutes and sell me book.
That's basically what's happening.
So it's going to be a comedy show. Eshaan supported me. He's going to be on every single show apart from
The first one.
Newcastle.
I might just turn up and get a sports slot as well.
Yeah, Newcastle.
You've
Come
got
to
form for that, haven't you?
Home of your new football teams.
Yeah.
Come see the Shearer statue.
I'm back to where I belong.
Blackburn. Jump on high five it.
What are your thoughts on Saudi Arabia kit being the new Newcastle away kit? What? Since it's your first. You're not seeing that?
No.
So Newcastle's new away kit is going to match the Saudi Arabian away kit or home kit or something.
Yeah, the national kit.
He's like, too much.
That's why I don't support them anymore.
You know when Tommy Robinson and all that were like, they're taking over. I'm like, maybe. Because I'm not plugged in, but I'm like, maybe we are.
Yeah.
Like, we might
I don't see the problem.
We might be.
It's like when they got about people moan, oh, Nando's a halal now. And what? Who's asked?
Yeah.
Tastes the same.
So it's from July the 9th to July the 17th or something. TezIlyas.com for all ticketing needs. And you get a free book with every single ticket purchase. So it'll be a comedy show.
How much are the tickets?
£20. Reasonable. So I take the hit. So you get a comedy show with these two clowns. You get a Q&A and a book signing.
Brilliant. And if you can't go to the show, at least buy the book then. What's the book about?
The Secret Diary of a British Muslim, aged 13 3/4.
Adrian Mole.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, thank you very much. See you in a bit. Shout out to the Patreon.
Sign up to the
Patreon.com,
Patreon,
Another One Podcast. Nice one. Ta-da!